This is fancy, isn't it, guys? Hello. Oh, wait a minute. Something's bad on here. That's not good. This guy with his stupid commercials too. There we go. And that one. And we'll come back up. And there's Buster. All right. There we go. Let me go back to the comments. Let's see who's here. Let's see. PB Aquatics. How you doing, brother? ADK. Nice to see you, my friend. Newfound Aquatics. How are you, my friend? Steven the biologist. Gil, nice to see you. Hello, Angel Bulldog. Nice to see you here. Jen C. Great to see you. Hello, Lori. Yes, I can hear Buster too. He likes to do this. He'll calm down in a minute. Hold on, I got something to put here. I got something special. Ooh, it's gonna be great. All right, cut it out, Bust. All right, be a good boy. Boom. Look at that. I got my own little things up here now in the corner. Fancy schmancy. Let's see who else is in here. I'm doing pretty good. You know, it's a Saturday night. I hate stupid people. Yeah, good. That's why I figured I try to do Saturday instead of Friday. So I figure after OFR on Friday, everybody's all, you know, tuckered out or bombed, one or the other. Yes, drop those links. Drop everybody's links. Let's see. Who did I miss? I know I missed somebody up here. Let's see. Nerdy, dirty naturalism with abolished. Oh, I'm assuming you changed your name? That's pretty good, though. I like that. Let's see. I think everybody else will wait. How you doing, Ricky? Nice to see you. How you doing, Colin? Sorry about your grandmother, man. You know, it's rough. I'll give you a chance later to tell everybody, you know, anybody that hasn't heard. Does anybody want a Boston Terrier? All right, so tonight, dude, you're starting now, okay? Tonight we're going to talk about the Titanic. Total Tropicals. Nice to see you, my friend. Yeah, the Twin Sisters. No, it wasn't the Britannica. We'll get to that. It was not the Britannica. It was the Olympic. The Britannica was the third in the line. The Olympic was actually made first. You like Boston's? This one's this one's a pip. This one, he's a Boston that thinks he's a pit bull. Nerdy Dirty. Yeah, I'm rebranding my personal page so I can start sharing other things I'm into, like aquariums. It's a great idea, you know. Michael's Adventures. Nice to see you. You have enough wildlife? Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do. Buster's a good dog. They are better than people. Much better than people, Angel. Except right now, he's being attention boy. I just played with him for 2 hours. We went for a nice long walk, and he dragged me around the neighborhood. Really? All right. So, I have about 6 or 7 theories that I've read about the Titanic. Couple of them right off the bat, I don't believe at all. And then the 2 at the very end, I really do believe. I really do believe it. I really, after looking into it, and I think I actually have photo proof of one of them, which is going to be great. Joe's Tips and Tricks. How are you, my friend? Long time no see since this afternoon. So let's see what we can do here. We'll go into here. And we'll just, where is it? There it is. because I haven't seen the movie Titanic. Hello, Chubbs. How you doing, brother? I haven't seen it, but I've saw enough of it. Now, what I want to show is in that movie, the Titanic, at the very end, right? Little Leo's hanging onto that board, and he's about to freeze to death and all that stuff. Now, where my pictures go? Now here, this is what it looked like. I never understood that part. Furloughs, how you doing, my friend? You, we can't hear you. You can't hear me with the pic, so I'm not going to do the pics anymore. All right, that's weird. I don't know why I would do that. I hope the next thing I'm trying to do doesn't make it. Yeah, you probably can't hear me with that either. I'm gonna have to do this off the top of my head. All right, I can do that. All right, then I'm not gonna put the pictures up anymore. Hello, Select Pet. How are you doing? But my point about the pictures were there's enough room on there for two people. I don't know why she didn't move over a little bit and give the little young man a little place to put himself down, because he really didn't have to die at the end of that movie. Like, why was she being so greedy with it? She should have just pushed his head under the water. I have to have my face on the screen as well. Oh, maybe I know how to do that. I don't know. Let's see if this works. Maybe this will work. No, it's not working either. Hey, we're just gonna go up the top of my head then. All right. So, has anybody heard the theory? This one I don't believe at all. Well, I might believe it, but I don't think it had anything to do with it sinking or what happened to it. But allegedly, there was an archaeologist coming across the pond, and he had a what did he have? He had a mummy. He had a sarcophagus with a mummy in there, and like King Tut's tomb, I guess there was allegedly a curse. It was a curse on the mummy, and that's what caused the problem with the Titanic. Now, personally, I think that's nonsense, because that very same mummy you can find in a museum right now. Thank you, Joe. Yes, please drop everybody's links. So the mummy theory, I'm not really behind that. I don't know if anybody's heard that one. Now, what I did hear was there's a new theory. It was even in Discovery Channel. It was on Smithsonian.org, where about 2 weeks to 10 days before the ship took sail, there was a fire in the down in the lower compartments where the coal is, because the coal spontaneously combusts, and it burned for like 10 days, 13 days. They're saying, I have pictures, but if I show you, you can't hear me, so I'm not going to do that. But it says it burned for like 10 days, and it weakened the steel. So when the steel was hit by the iceberg, that's what caused it to rip more than, yes, the J.P. Morgan theory is very interesting. Don't worry, I'm getting to that one, because that one's got some meat on the bones. That one's got some real meat on the bones. Yeah, Tug's curse was supposed to have a time limit on it after the tomb opened, but who knew what the time limit was? I mean, what if you missed it by like 20 minutes? I mean, it would really be unfortunate. So allegedly, and this is supposedly true, because Smithsonian mentioned it, and everything I guess they mentioned is real, that the fact that there was a coal fire down, and that was burning the whole time, nobody knew about it, and I don't understand how you couldn't know about it, and that caused the steel to get weak, and make it sink faster when the iceberg hit it. That one, yeah, I can put a little credit into that one. That makes sense to me. You do look, if you see a picture and it has a real dark spot right on the hull. So that kind of looks at it. Gil, I'm so behind on everything. Yes, I probably got it. I'm about 14 hours behind in watching my videos and dropping likes and comments for everybody. Maybe 12 hours behind. It just gets overwhelming after a while. What's another one? Oh, that it was sunk by a German U-boat. Right? That the Germans went out there just like they did. What was that other ship they shot? What was the ship in World War One? They started everything. Oh, why isn't it? You're doing great, Joe. You're doing great. Don't worry about it. Why was? What was the name of the ship? Come on. Somebody mentioned it. One of you older fellows must know. It started World War One. Oh, whatever. Come on. I can't believe I can't remember it. But that one, they're trying to say that the German U-boat hit it with a submarine, and I don't really see that either. I don't really see that. I mean, people did say they heard explosions. The survivors, yes, the Lusitania, bingo, Select Pet. The Lusitania, they're trying to say the same kind of thing happened to the Titanic. Yes, Lusitania does start with an L, ADK. All right, you see what I did there? Yeah, no. Oh wait, hold on. Let me do something here. Let me drop the link. Yeah, so they're trying to say the same thing happened. Now, I got to be honest. I don't really think that it was blown up by a torpedo. And number one, I don't even know if one torpedo would take down a vessel that big. I mean, that's quite a bit. Then there was what was the quote? There was a quote at the shipyard. Did somebody that even God can't sink this ship, or it was some kind of thing they wrote down on the hull of it. The crew that worked there, I guess they were Protestants that built the ship because they didn't use Catholic labor. There's something about that too. Something about the Pope. Okay, hold on a second there, brother. And they're trying to say that who's in the thing? All right, yeah. World War One was started when the king. Yes, the king. What was his name? You're right. Ferdinand. Wasn't that Franz Ferdinand? Maybe. Am I right on that one? You have noisy visitors, and I have a noisy dog. So we're even on that one. Yes, it was that. But I think what got us into the war was wasn't it we got into the war after they sunk the passenger ship? I'm not really sure. I was born just a couple days after World War One ended. I'm more of a World War II kind of guy myself. Yeah, so allegedly they wrote some kind of thing that even God couldn't sink the unsinkable ship. So a lot of the religious people at the time were trying to, yes, I think it was Ferdinand. I think they killed the whole family, right? That's why they named that crappy band after him. So the Lusitanians, yes, it was sank by a U-boat. Yeah, of course it was running weapons. Of course, that's what we do nowadays. Lorcan, how are you doing? Dude, Lorcan, either come on camera or don't go anywhere because I want to get to it and I want to hear what all of you have to say. Now I have to do this off the top of my head. I had notes and everything, but whatever. Don't worry about it. I'll be all right. Larry D in Saltwater Born, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay. So those are all they also say it could have broken in half because they put special expansion joints in the boat, which it did break in half. That's quite possible. All that stuff. But let's get into the big theory. There's two big theories. Right? I might be forgetting one right now, but either way, we'll get back to it. There's two big theories. One is that it was sunk on purpose by, J.P. Morgan and all the fellows that wanted the Federal Reserve, because I guess one of the Astor family and I think three of the richest men in America at the time who were against the Federal Reserve, I think they were on the boat and none of them survived. And the rumor is that J.P. Morgan was supposed to actually be on that boat, but he didn't go that money. Yes, well, that leads into the second part of this theory, which is the fact that it's not even the Titanic on the bottom of the ocean. It's the Olympic. You see, the Olympic was put in the water first, and I think 1911, and it was the first of the big ships. It was exactly like the Titanic, except for a couple things. There's a couple little things that are, you can tell. Texas Fish Room, how are you doing, my friend? So what happened was there was a naval vessel called the USS Hawk, and it was a armored ship that had on the bow, it had a ship breaker where it would plow into other bigger ships in order to sink them. Now this ship was about 7 tons, 7.5 tons, and the Olympic was 42 tons. But it did some real damage to it. There's pictures that I would show you. Maybe I'll show the pictures later, but I don't want to not be heard. God forbid you don't hear my stupid voice. So it got really damaged. It was tore up, a big gash in the hull. And so they bring the Olympic in and they start fixing it up. And they're building the Titanic and finishing it at the same time. Now, the ship was so messed up that the insurance policy was only going to pay out about $1.3 million, which is a lot in today's money. But back then it was $1.3 million. Now, the Titanic was insured for $3.5 million or $3.3 million, something like that. So if they had basically went for the insurance money, they would have lost their company. And from what I know, that would have destroyed the English economy at the time, because they were having problems. It was right before the Great Depression. If this certain line of boats went out of business, it would really ruin all of England. I think thousands of people would have lost their jobs and everything. So what I'm thinking is they killed two birds with one stone. They definitely wanted the Federal Reserve to come in. I mean, if everybody here by now probably knows what the Federal Reserve is. It's a private company, and it was signed into law on December 23rd, 1913 by thank you, Buster, by Woodrow Wilson, the biggest backstabber in American history. Do you know we had no debt as a nation until the Federal Reserve came in? And what is it today? 23 trillion, something like that. Since 1911, we didn't have. Stop it, Buster. We didn't have any debt. Same thing with England. England never had any debt or anything like that until the Bank of England came in. And of course, both of those are run by the same people, the Rothschild family. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard of the Rothschild family by now, too, right? Great people. They run the Federal Reserve. They run the bank. Now, hey, Big J, it might not be in their name all the time, but they definitely control a lot of things. They're the people that tell you the price of gold in the morning, and from London in their little special area. So the Rothschilds are in on it. J.P. Morgan's in on it. Now, a lot of people say it's not the Olympic. It's the Titanic. You're silly. Now, if you go and look, you'll see that the Titanic and the Olympic, where their windows are, towards the front of the boat, I guess on the third level, the third deck, you can see that the Titanic, I believe, is the one that has square windows. It is 14 square windows. And if you look at the Olympic, it has rectangular windows. They're longer and taller. It's completely different. It's completely different, 100%. And the pictures that they took, Chief, in the pictures that they took from the bottom of the ocean, the windows are long and rectangular, like the Olympic. So I don't know if anybody can explain that to me, because that to me is my smoking gun. That to me is 100% the smoking gun. They rammed through the Federal Reserve. They got the insurance money. And the Titanic, they let it sail. I think it sailed for another 25 years. Now, the Olympic was hit so bad that there's no way that thing would have lasted 25 years. They were ready to junk it as it was. So for it to last 25 years, I'm thinking it was a newer ship, like the Titanic. But if you look at hold on, I'm just going to show you the picture real quick. I'll stop talking for 1 second. See, if you look at that, you look at the bottom, it's the Titanic with the square windows, and you look at the top, and then I'm going to show you the, watch this. That's the bottom of the ocean, and those look like rectangular windows to me in that same section. So somebody's lying to somebody about this stuff. Why sail the Olympic? Because the Olympic was crashed into by a military boat that really jacked it up, and they really couldn't fix it. They never. It's like a car when it's totaled, it'll never drive right again. So the Olympic, they were only going to get 1.3 if they junked it. If the Titanic sank, they would get 3.5, and they would still have the ship. You know, and also 3 of the people on the Titanic, John Astor being one, Astor Place in New York City. That guy and 2 other guys, they were against the Federal Reserve. They knew what it was going to do. Just like Andrew Jackson was one of our greatest presidents, even though he's a lunatic. It's because he threw the banks. He threw the banks out of the country until the Federal Reserve Act of 1913. We had no debt. Yeah, it was really damaged. Hold on, I'm going to show you one picture real quick of the damage that was done to the Hey bro, what's up, man? Let me show you the damage that was done to the Olympic real quick. Let me see. I got it. All right, here's the ship. Here's the ship that it hit. That's a military. That thing was built to smash into other ships. And here is the Olympic showing the damage. So it got jacked up pretty good. So it kind of made sense to swap them out. But if you look at the portals, I'll show you one more time. You got to look at the portals of what's underwater. Let's see, where'd I find that? Right here. One more time. Now, unless they changed the windows, right before the maiden voyage, I think that's the proof right there. I think that is the smoking gun. Hello, Anthony. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you here. I definitely think that is a smoking gun. And look what the Federal Reserve has done to us since then. Isn't that great? Now, who's got anything to say about any of those things? Oh, and also part of that, I'm sorry, there were 2 ships. There was one ship about 19 miles away. Now, everybody says, well, wait a minute. How come the life rafts are only half filled? And that cost a lot of lives. Well, the thing with that was they thought there was a ship about 19 miles away that was coming. That was coming to save everybody. So what they were going to do is make multiple trips really quick. They were going to drop off people on the ship and then come back. And then there was another witnesses reported seeing, like, some people thought it was a rocket because they saw lights, but it was actually a fishing vessel. That for some reason, they saw what was going on and they turned around and went the other way. Now, history books like to paint them like they didn't do anything wrong. Any other ship that was 19 miles away that never showed up, that they didn't do anything wrong either. Now, we all know history. That is total BS, okay? Come on. Somebody made sure that those 2 ships are there not to interfere and go the other way. Probably the same people with the same amount of money, maybe a JP Morgan type, somebody like him. Make sure he's got ships right there to kind of, keep everybody out of the area. But that's why the High Camp Fish Adventures, Yeah, well, they were waiting around for other ships. There's also rumors that someone got shot. Oh yeah, there's two of them. Someone got shot because he was trying to get on a boat. A man was trying to get on a boat before women and children, and he got shot. And there's another rumor that a man dressed up like a woman that went full tranny on everybody. I don't have anything against trannies, but he went full. He tucked it in everything in order to get on the lifeboat, pretend he was a woman. But that turns out that even back then, the media were terrible liars because this poor guy, he didn't want to talk to them after what he just went through. So somebody in the media way back in 1911 made up the story that he dressed as a woman because he's a coward, and they blamed it on four different people too. So yes, they are all Luciferians. They really do. They really do unspeakable things. Thank you, Joe. You're doing a great job. So that's pretty much off the top of my head the big theories. Yeah, all the books, it's the same thing. Go ahead, read books about anything, the moon landing, any big event, and they're all different. They're all different because half of it's made up. Half of it's made up. Now, what makes more sense? That they just sent this boat out there and its maiden voyage, the unsinkable boat, and it just sinks? Or did somebody want that thing to sink? You know? And they never do it for one reason. They never do anything for one reason. They do it for multiple reasons. It's the many birds at one stone theory. We get to get rid of the Astor family. We get the insurance money. We save the economy of England. We look like great people. Exactly. Those who control the present, they write the past. All right. I have somebody waiting. Does anybody else want to come up? There you go. Now, where was the comment about somebody at the shipyard? Where was that? That was Lorcan. Lorcan, are you still in here? Hello, Joe. How are you doing, my friend? Another Joe. I guess not. No, they just said it was unsinkable. I think they did a special thing in the hull where they had metal compartments that would block off the water because it was like a wood vessel is going to float a lot better than a metal vessel. Now you have some people, they say that it sunk faster. They're saying that's why the bow tipped in. It's because of the metal bulkheads and the way it wouldn't let the water go level, so it would slowly sink. But then there are other experts that say it actually saved a half hour. It actually gave them look. That thing sunk for 2 hours and 40 minutes. It took 2 hours and 40 minutes for that thing to go into the water. One thing you can trust: nobody comes to fame, fortune, or power without selling their soul to the devil. Music, movie stars, authors, world leaders—they're all the same. I just hope Kid Rock didn't do it. He's the one guy I got hope left in. Because if Kid Rock sells me out, I'm just gonna give up on all that. The World According to Jim. That makes me think of that movie. Remember that the World According to Garp. Remember what they were doing in the car, and then he got rear-ended by the other car, and something got bit off. I remember seeing that as a kid, and I thought that was funny. Fishy Man, how you doing, Lorcan? If you can't come up on the screen, what were you going to say? I'm very interested to hear what you were going to say. No, I can't just sit there. I'll just talk to other people while you're probably typing. I don't want to give you typing pressure. When somebody's waiting for you and you're just typing. Your wife dances in her sleep? I don't know. That doesn't sound like that bad of a thing. What kind of dance, though? I guess it depends on what kind of dance. Okay, we're going to add our guest, and I guess he's going to tell everybody something. I don't know. He's so young. I don't think he's so young. He probably didn't even know there was a Titanic movie. He doesn't even know what we're talking about.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
there you- Hello, Copeland. How are you doing, my friend?
Good. How's it going?
Not too bad. Oh, look at that. Oh, and the pictures in the background. See, now I figured it
That's
out.
sick.
Now I figured it out. Oh, wow. All right. Thank you.
How'd you get that vintage aquatics thing all over?
What?
Like,
Yeah.
like,
Well, you gotta pay for it. You pay for it.
oh,
Yeah, I finally did that because I wanted to show pictures, which now I actually know how to do.
I just bought the webcam thing, like a webcam thing. So that's why like the computer's down here, but you're up there.
Okay, I believe you. All right. Why don't you, for everybody that doesn't know, so they can, they understand. Why don't you tell everybody what happened to you?
To me, what do you
Not
mean?
you. Well, not you personally, but your grandmother and all that.
Oh,
Come on. You
so
know what I'm talking
basically,
about.
all right. So basically,
I'm
she
not
was
gonna let it
driving.
go you.
All right. So basically, she was driving at night. And she was just driving, and then all of a sudden she dropped her phone, I'm guessing, and then she like slowly swerved off, and then there was one tree in the entire like place that she was in because she was in Wisconsin, and then she like rolled over like her car, and then she struck a tree, and yeah, it's happened to her.
Wow. Wow. See, I do it all the time too. I'm always with my phone in my lap. It's always falling on the ground, and you're trying to get it. Actually, I did have. Well, not to make it about me, but it is. We got to, it is a very depressing subject. I feel really bad for you, dude. I remember when my grandparents, passed away, especially when it's
Yeah,
unexpected.
it
You know,
was very unexpected.
yeah, that's the real rough part when you don't expect it. I mean, you can kind of brace yourself for it when you see them,
Hmm.
slowly fading away. But
She was
when it's
53.
like, it's 3 years older than me. It's 3 years. Was she single?
Yeah.
See, you could have married your grandma. You could have been my grandson. It would have been great. We would have went to the ball games and stuff.
Right.
No, I'm just trying to make you laugh, brother. I know it's rough. So what do you got to do? All the family stuff. You got family. You got to do the. You know, got to go to
Yeah.
the
So
thing.
yeah. So this Friday is the funeral. It was just
Oh, are
weird.
they even letting you get together to do that stuff during the?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, yeah,
because
because
some places they don't let people get together for funerals.
right. Last month my grandpa died. So
Oh Jesus!
yeah. So then we had a funeral there. So yeah.
Which the same grandma and grandpa or the other side grandpa?
Well, actually, so they aren't the same, but like their like husband and wife died like 3 years ago. So yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, look, we have some complicated relationships nowadays. Compared to back when we were little kids. That's grandma, that's grandpa. Now it's different. So how else are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. I just reached 100 subscribers. Feels good.
Congratulations. I saw a notification from you. I don't even know if it was no problem, Lorcan. No problem. There's it going. There we go. Cam is sending love and
Oh, I'm sorry.
positivity. Yeah,
Oh.
go ahead. Oh, it's getting cold over there, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's already snowed like 3 times.
That
Uh,
is ridiculous. That is
yeah,
ridiculous. Yes, congratulations on 100. It's
thank you.
one of many milestones. You're gonna hit. But
Yep.
everybody go check out this young man's channel.
My
After
next like
that
what?
story you just heard, if you don't go subscribe to him, you're probably a bad person. So you probably want to do it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Vinny.
So, what do you know about the Titanic?
It's actually, I'm from Ireland and it was built in Northern Ireland. So,
Oh, yeah. I'm Irish descent. I'm quarter Irish. I would love to go
so
to Ireland.
I just
you,
pineappled
you
him.
should come. You should come.
I had a
But
friend. I had a friend that just went there, and she went last year before the outbreak, and she
uh,
loved it. She loved it. I watched The Quiet Man, and I think that's what Ireland's like. You
Um,
just remember that scene in The Quiet Man where he's dragging Maureen O'Hara through the ditch, and the Irish lady comes up and gives him a nice stick to beat her with.
yeah.
You wouldn't be able to do that today. Okay.
I wouldn't say never.
Yeah. Well, look, I don't want to get in trouble. All right. So you're from North. You're from Ireland. It was built. I
Yeah,
didn't know it was built in Northern Ireland. See?
yeah.
Thank you, underwater cave.
It was built in the Harland and Wolff shipyard, which is in Belfast.
Oh, I
And
remember. I remember when the IRA was going like wildcats in Belfast. Were you around during that?
I wasn't around during it, but I was around when the borders were very bad. Like, I was a kid back in the 90s, so we went through a couple of borders. It was scary.
Yeah, it was. I was reading a comment. That's why I laughed. I wasn't laughing at war. I was. Ooh, that's a funny war. That's a great war. That one was. It was really funny. World War II. Except for Hogan's Heroes. All right. So what do you know about this boat?
Well, one of the main problems that Captain Smith had, which was the captain of the Titanic, was I think he was in today's like sayings, I'd say he was the managing director of White Star Line, and he was on board the Titanic, and he was due to get married the week the Titanic landed in New York. And he said that I want to get there a couple of days early, full steam ahead. So they were going full steam. The steel that the Titanic was built out of was rated for a half speed. So if it hit the iceberg at half speed, it would have survived. But because it hit it full steam, it had no chance.
Oh my God! Why was he in such a hurry to get married? I guess it was his first marriage.
Yeah.
You know.
He was getting married to somebody with a lot of money.
Okay. I don't know. Now I see. Now I see the issue. Yeah. I would definitely be. I would be on a horse. I'd be riding out there as fast as I could.
And he was actually one of the ones that jumped onto a lifeboat, so he survived.
Oh wow! And I'm sure she found that his new wife found that so attractive in a man back then.
And when the White Star Line found out what happened, they demoted him and put him onto the rail network. So he was in charge of trains instead.
Okay, yeah. Well, at least he can't sink that.
Yeah.
Now, that thing where they're talking about the coal fire burning in there and not helping to weaken the steel upon it being allegedly weak steel to begin with. They're saying it was common back then for in those big ships for the coal to spontaneously combust and just burn.
That was actually the Olympic that happened on. It wasn't the Titanic.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
The Titanic was a bare shell at that stage.
Okay. See, that's why I wanted people to come in who knew something, because you go to these sites and you read it, and each one says a little something different than the other. Okay, that explains that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story, they swapped the name. Well, they didn't just. Yeah, they swapped the nameplates, I guess. But it was definitely. I thought it was an insurance job myself.
No,
I can't explain the portholes. That I can't.
They swapped the nameplates for insurance reasons.
Yeah, that's what I think it's the Olympic on the bottom of the ocean by those portals, the windows.
No, that was one of the things I was going to explain to you as well. Is after that accident that the Olympic had with the military, the shipyards took the Olympic back and redesigned it, so they both looked exactly the same.
So the picture might be an early. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. They don't take the picture of the upgrade
Yeah.
and compare it.
Because after the accident, the insurance was covering so much, and when they went to inspect it, they said this is different. But the shipyard said, no, this is exactly how it was built. There's her sister ship being built at the moment.
Ah, that's pretty smart, actually. Yep. See, that is perfect. That is hold on. Never. Larry D says never say or any verification if you can get the host red flag. That's so crazy. I don't understand, Larry. Everybody. I don't understand that. I can groom children like these people do, or I can do all this weird stuff that people do on there. I can eat live animals like those mukbangers, and it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Like I showed you, I can put fish in little magnetic houses. I have no problem. But if I say one word in this chat, George Orwell and his 1984 surveillance system is going to punish me. I almost want to say it just to make it mad.
I wanted a friend to come to the live stream today, but he said that he can't join live streams right now because YouTube banned him because he was feeding his chameleon live food. Like on the stream.
If you're going to do that, then why are you letting these people sit there with plates of worms and live fish?
Right.
And I saw somebody take a bite into a live lobster. I'm sorry, but what are you thinking? You can't say the word alone, but using it in a sentence. Thank you, Bob. Nice to see you, Bob. So, what else do you know about the Titanic?
One of the big things with the Titanic was, as I was saying, with the half speed.
Love mine.
If it was half speeds, the bulkheads would have been able to hold the water. But because it was full speeds, more water was coming in because of the tear. So the water went up and over the bulkheads.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I see what you. Yeah, I know that from carrying buckets of water down the stairs. Once that water starts going one way, there it goes.
Yeah. So it just kept filling over into the next bulkhead. So every single watertight compartment filled up.
Now, do you think that made it sink faster, or do you think it made it take longer to sink?
Because the amount of bulkheads there were, it did take its time to sink, but when it sank, that's why if you saw the pictures of it on the seabed, it's broke in half due to its weight.
They're saying there were expansion grooves built into it.
Yeah.
And they're trying to say that that's one of the reasons it broke like that is because of the they had like you do with tile or big panels. You put an expansion so when it expands and contracts, it has somewhere to go. And they're saying that it broke along one of those. Oh, there it is behind us.
What happened is it broke along a fault line.
Yeah, they're saying that's the expansion joint.
Yeah,
basically.
Two keel plates put together and riveted, and then it broke along there. But what a lot of people don't know as well is if you look at one part of the Titanic, it's a lot more damaged than the other. And that's the reason why that is because the refrigerators on board had air packed into them, and when it got to a certain depth, they exploded.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Jesus. What else could happen to those poor people that were on that boat?
This was when it got very, very deep, when the pressure of the water outside.
Oh, the pressure down there has to be phenomenal. How deep is it? Do you know how deep it is in the water?
I think it's 1,300.
The pressure down there has got to be tremendous.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it still is. Now, didn't a submarine just crash into the wreckage or something like that recently?
I
I
don't
read
know. I
that.
didn't hear that.
I think I read that too. It was just now it's probably one of those submersible, a smaller submarine. But I heard
Yeah.
something crashed into the wreckage. Yeah, that is. I could just see the refrigerators exploding, just being crushed like a can.
And you have to remember the size of the refrigerator as well, because there's so many thousands of people on board. They need a giant refrigerator.
Wait a minute. How the heck did? There we go. That was my stupid face. How the heck did they? How do you even power with steam? How do you do that? How are you on a boat with no electricity and you have refrigerators?
The thing that's one of the things that people don't know about the Titanic as well, is that it was the first ocean liner to come with electricity.
No way, really?
It had lights. It had
I have coal powered generators.
yeah. It was there was a little electric generator run off the main engines that powers the ship.
Wow, in 1911. Bunko Freddy, hello, my friend. 1911, they had a electricity. Rich people, man,
Yeah.
if they want something, they figure out a way to get it.
That's why they worked out that a first class ticket in today's money is like $50,000.
Yeah. Yeah, well, look, they're trying to tell us how much do they want to charge to bring you into space? How much the Russians, you can pay the Russians now, and they'll take you up into space. I think it's $1 million or something like that. So it's comparable.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think $1 million they'll take you up on their whatever they have, their Russian space shuttle or whatever. They actually still have something now, so I don't know why I'm talking about them. We don't have anything anymore. We can't go to space. We just gave up on it.
It's like the people that are buying their seats for their first commercial flight in space.
Yeah. But who wouldn't? If I had the money, think about the money these people have. To have,
Right.
like you had John Astor was on the Titanic. That man, money, the amount of money, and back then when nobody had money, it's like now it's a little more spread out because there's more people. But back then, they bought whole towns. They did whatever they wanted. I'd like to go up into space. I want to see, is it round or is it flat? Which one? Because I'm not sure.
Sick.
I'm not sure. I know everybody tells me it's round, but I look at the oceans, they look flat to me.
Well, in comparison today, the first class cabins and the third class cabins on the Titanic, third class cabin was the size of a broom closet, and there was about 5 or 6 people in it.
Yeah, you saw when it was taken off, all the poor people on the other level, they were all squashed in together, looking like they were they just got out of chimney sweeping.
Yeah.
What part of Ireland are you in?
Dublin, the capital.
Oh, see, and it even sounds nice when you say it. It doesn't sound like Newark, or Albany, our stupid names. No, it's Dublin. That's great. It's great. So, let me ask you, leprechauns, yes or no?
The thing with leprechauns is you only see a leprechaun when you've had a little bit too much.
Well, remember I said I'm Irish, so I might have seen a leprechaun or two in my life. That was what was that? That original movie Leprechaun? That was Jennifer Aniston's first movie, and if you go back and watch, you can see her before she got her nose job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was some schnoz at the beginning. Give me my gold. I wanted to kick that thing so hard. It just annoyed me. It was so mean. It's like, dummy, you're the one that left your gold just laying around. What do you expect? I see a pot of gold. I'm taking it. I'm not going to go, maybe some little angry short person with weird feet is going to come after me. I don't do that.
You have to remember the leprechaun was gold and whiskey.
See, now I would hang with a leprechaun because he could buy all the drinks.
Right?
Wait, do you have you have the trolls over there, the legend of the trolls? The troll people, like they live like in the mountain, not in the mountains, but I don't know what you have there. You don't have jungles, you don't have mountains, forest, whatever.
Oh, we do have mountains.
Oh.
I live pretty close to the Dublin Mountains.
See, when I think of Ireland, I can only picture the Quiet Man. I don't know. Is it flat like Nebraska?
No.
I mean, I know it's green. I know it's really green. That's the one thing I remember seeing from everybody's pictures. It's green, but I saw Wow, you're an asshole. I saw pictures of my dog, not you. I saw pictures from my friend that went there. It was beautiful, and the little shops and the little bars and that old school construction that's still all there. They didn't tear it down and put a mini mall.
Yeah, see, we have a thing in Ireland that's known as a protected structure. So if you have a building that's a protected structure, you're not allowed to even paint it.
Oh wow, that is. You know what? I wish we had a little bit of that. I really do. I mean, look, we're ripping down statues of Abraham Lincoln, so you know.
Yeah, it's messed up.
But what do you guys? Let me ask you. What do you people in Ireland think of us crazy ass Americans? What we're doing right now? What's going on in this country?
Well, it's a little bit, for us, it's a bit upsetting with who your president is at the moment, because we've always had a great relationship with Ireland, whereas America, like Ireland and America, have always had great unity. Just like there's a huge American population in Ireland, and there's a big Irish population in America, and like we don't know how Trump got into.
Oh, I can explain that to you. I can explain that to you. We had 16 years of nonsense, and we just wanted somebody to do the job. We just got tired. Look, let me ask you right off the bat. Where do you get your news in Ireland? Like, do you have do you get alternative news sites, or are you basically doing a CNN, NBC, Fox News type stuff?
Well, Ireland has its own news channel.
There you go. That's the whole problem right there. It's propaganda. It's like NPR here. Go listen to National Public Radio in America. If you don't fall asleep at the wheel, I don't care how far left you are, you're gonna get bored of that crap. But no.
The thing with our news channel is it was set up so long ago that it's actually called Radio and Television Ireland.
Oh, nice. Is it like the BBC? Because they stink.
Well, Irish channels put on pretty much anything they can find to put on. So basically, it's crap you're watching.
Imagine that you go to Ireland and they're putting on remember those karate movies we used to watch when we were kids over in America that are dubbed in? Godzilla?
We get that at Christmas time.
Oh, Christmas and Thanksgiving around here. Do you have Thanksgiving? There we go. We'll get off the politics. No?
No, we have Christmas, New Year's, Easter. That's pretty much it.
So basically, your Irish aren't thankful for anything. You're just like, nah, all right, we don't need to be thankful. It's okay.
See, we are thankful. We're just very humble.
Oh, see, not us. Not us Americans, boy. Whoo! We can talk some stuff.
Well, we managed to fight the British off in 1916, so we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, you guys did, you followed after us. We had enough of them. But you had them in your backyard. We at least had that big giant ocean where we knew, okay, they got to send boats over here to come get us. Oh my God, listen. I did research into the potato famine and the indentured servitude and all that happened to my Irish relatives from back then. And wow, the Irish were treated so poorly. So poorly. They make it seem like the potato famine was a natural occurrence. Like, all of a sudden, we just couldn't grow potatoes anymore. No, the British were starving the Irish to death. That's what they were doing. And then all the young ones, they would grab them and put them on a boat and send them over to America and make them indentured servants.
We weren't.
I love how this is like.
What was that?
We weren't given a choice.
No. No, no, not at all. No, England did some really they talk about colonization with England and India and Haiti and wherever, but England did some really bad stuff in Ireland. Oh my God, they
Yeah.
really didn't like the Irish people for some reason. I have no idea, but it was bad, and it really history doesn't even talk about it that much. You know?
No, that's why I think it was 2016 was the 100th anniversary of the 1916 Rising, and we had a huge celebration for
You should. That's your Fourth of July.
that.
Basically, it's basically your Fourth of July. I mean, really, have you seen the Queen lately in her weird family? Right, her son, who is friends with Jimmy Savile.
Yeah,
Really, Prince Charles' best man was Jimmy Savile. He was this weird guy that was on England. Did you have to watch him on Irish TV? Did they make you watch him because England made everything?
see, we have like you have in America. We have our equivalent of TiVo, so
Okay.
we get a lot of different stations. We even get CNN and
Oh,
CNBC
you're
and all
so
that.
lucky. Because if it wasn't for you in the airports, there'd be nobody watching that channel.
Well, I don't watch it, but we get it. We also get Fox News.
Ugh, they're just as
Yeah,
bad. It's two sides of the same coin. They're all owned by the same people. And
yeah.
you turn it on in the morning, and they all say the same exact talking point. But back to Prince Charles, because I don't think everybody knows what a creep this guy is. Right? His best friend was Jimmy Savile, who used to be this really weird. He was like their Johnny Carson type, but he looked like Edgar Winter with 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 white hair and stupid pink glasses. And this guy was not only a pedophile, but he was a murderous uh, child eating pedophile. It was the Ninth Circle. It was called that he was in. He admitted to over at least 300. I think 900. Jimmy Savile is one of the sickest individuals in the world. He's dead now, thank God. But Prince Charles was such great friends with him. You wonder why Princess Diana disappeared on him. And if you think they didn't whack the princess, if you think if you didn't think the royal family had something to do with her getting killed, then my God, I don't know what I can tell anybody. All right. She was gonna tell secrets. She was gonna tell some secrets. And they didn't want them secrets getting out. Now I'm not the one saying that they're reptilians and the queen turns into a lizard like Putin did. I'm just saying I think they're into some real Prince Andrew. What a creep he is. They caught a naked kid jumping out of Buckingham Palace. All right, you're not gonna see no naked. When have you ever seen a naked kid jumping out of a building? Other than a movie, no, Buckingham Palace. He's jumping out. Prince Andrew, Jeffrey Epstein's good friend.
Yeah,
He's
well, Prince Andrew was another Epstein. Uh,
huge.
yeah,
Oh, huge. Him and Bill Clinton. Woo!
yeah,
And they love them young girls.
yeah.
Bubba. Okay, let's see. Look, I just put up boom.
I love how this like channel is like, well, it was like meant, well, it is meant for like fish stuff, and we're talking about history.
Well, no, this was a conspiracy theory
Oh
thing,
yeah,
and my man Lorcan showed
yeah.
up and dropped a lot of facts, and now, look, I'm sorry, but people, if you think I can just sit here and do nothing but fish and only think about fish and only talk about fish, then just end it for me. Come behind me and put a 2x4 through my head. I love fish, but you can't be about one thing, one obsessive.
Right.
I'm going to talk monotone for the next hour. I'm going to do it every day about fish. Enough. We all got other things we're interested in. Everybody's having a
Right.
nice little conversations down there. Just reading the comments. Joe, I got this shirt from a friend of mine. Oh yeah, look, see?
So tips and tricks.
Everybody go follow. Yeah, man. Got to represent.
Did you
Everybody go check out Joe.
did he did he
Yes,
get that
Joe.
made by Texas?
No, he got it made before we got that hookup. before we got that hookup.
Really?
So what's going on in Ireland now with you guys in the English? Do you get along or like?
It's kind of so-so.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, but it hasn't been that long. We've had at least 200 and some odd years to be free of them people with their silly red coats. Well, who's that doing? Let's go into battle wearing big red uniforms. Oh my God! And we'll stand in a line.
My dad.
We'll just like your dad was a red coat. Come on.
No, my dad said that the reason that we won the war is because that we had camouflage and we weren't standing just up in front doing this.
That we
We're just
actually
like going and marching in lines.
we started the militia style where we'd hide in the woods because there were so many of them. You couldn't go out and fight. You couldn't go fight the English Navy one-on-one. You had to do like Vietnam type tactics with them. There were too many of them.
Right.
But we never actually won we didn't really win the war. The English kind of just gave up. I mean, let's be honest about it. We didn't really go out there and just whoop them so bad. We didn't do what we did to Japan to them. Yeah. We didn't just or Germany where we continued to firebomb them 6 months after the war was over in Dresden.
Well, the thing with the British, they probably just got bored and
they said we got. Why are we bothering with these people? Just let them starve to death. Let them wear friggin' mink coats. We have our nice little red uniforms and our nice white wigs and stuff. We're gonna go mess with Ireland. Is what they did.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, America's giving us Ireland's right there. Let's go bully them."
Yeah, we retaliated.
Yes. I remember when I was a kid watching the IRA. It was in the news every day.
And one thing with the IRA is they invented terrorism.
What was his name? The leader of it. He was very famous. Was it Tony something?
Oh, you're thinking of Jerry Adams.
It might be. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. No, I was getting him confused with Tony Blair. Oh, a good job with the wars, guys. Good job. Good job. With 20 years later, and we're keeping the world safe. Whoa. Yeah. Him and George Bush.
Partially.
Here's something to think about, Vinny. The car bomb was invented by the IRA.
Of course. They got used. They used to blowing up cars. Used to drive home with all the alcohol in the trunk. Somebody get a little wayward with one of them hand-rolled cigarettes, and boom! They said, "Oh, that's an idea. Yeah. That's an idea. I know what we're going to do with this." No, I love my... Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I was just say it took off around the world. Everyone's using car bombs now.
Yeah. See, you guys set a trend. It was like we came up with disco, and you guys had car bombs. So...
Well... We were using the car bombs against the English, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, unfortunately now we got the you know who. You got the you know who's they took your style. You know, I don't want to say it because everybody, God forbid somebody gets offended. Whatever.
All right.
As a matter of fact, all right, brother. You know who's using them?
All right.
Most of those things, it's the government doing it. It's the government doing it and blaming it on a patsy. That's what it really is. Like the 7/7 bombing in England, they go, "Hey, why don't a bunch of you guys come and help the country? And you're going to pretend we're going to run a simulation. We're going to give you a fake bomb, and we're going to test our terrorist training skills." And then they give them a real bomb.
Yeah.
They did the same thing the first time they bombed the Twin Towers with the blind sheik in the basement. We gave them the bomb.
Yeah.
I don't, no offense. We got to stop doing that. I don't think they would blow us up if we didn't give them the bomb first.
Well, the government isn't paid to think; they're paid to do. So they have a clue.
They're paid to do, but the ultimate goal is control.
Yeah.
They want to control everything. They're almost getting there now with the computer technology they have. Like before, you can't say a word in this chat room Remember in the AOL days, they would have to get a warrant. They would have to go to the no. Now it's all being recorded, right? Everything you do, everything with everybody in the chat room, what you're doing right now in your house, they know what you're doing in your house right now. So put it down. Put it down and tell them you're sorry because they know what you're doing. They know what I'm doing. They know every word you say. Listen, if Facebook knows that you just said the word toilet and now all of a sudden you're seeing advertisements for toilets, I try this, people. Put your phone next to you, have an open app like a Facebook, and think about something you want to buy. Just think about it. Don't say it. Think about it. And watch that stuff pop up on your phone. Watch it. Watch it. It's creepy as heck. It's creepy as heck. Your TV's watching you. Your microwave's recording you. There's cameras everywhere. It's like they know everything. There's no privacy anymore.
That's why it's nice to stick with the fish because the fish can't do it.
Hey, Chubbs, thank you for coming, brother. Take it easy, be safe at work. Hello, Petsotics, multiple aquariums. How you doing, my friend? Does anybody else want to jump up in here? Because I'll put the link. I would love to go to Ireland the more I think about it. Do they have fish in Ireland? Do they have aquariums in Ireland?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's kind of a like most of the people that will get tanks will be kids.
Really?
But there's a pretty tight-knit community of proper aquarists.
Oh, I believe that. Yeah. And they drink afterward. They have a nice little meeting, trade some fish, go to the pub.
My it's not really local, it's a bit far, but the store I go to is like Christmas for anyone that's into fish.
So you got to make a video of that. You got to show us that. You got to show us that. Do you have fish?
Yes.
Okay.
It's about 28.5 gallons US.
Yeah, you guys use liters, right?
Yeah, so it's 130 liters.
That confused. See, you say that, and I'm trying to think of that in bottles of Pepsi. Yeah, so 1 liter bottles. What do you pay for gas over there? That's another thing. What do you pay for gas over there?
Well, it depends because we just went through our budgets and they've put the price up.
Well, actually, we're having really low gas prices right now. That's the one thing. But a piece of chicken costs $18.
See, the problem we have is if you have a gas-powered car, they're trying to force you to buy an electric car.
Where do they think the electricity comes from? Yeah. Where do people think electricity comes from? Like magic? They haven't given us the Tesla technology. Yes, free energy exists. And I'm not sure that these power plants are doing everything they say they're doing. I think a lot of it has to do with resonance. Yeah. That's why they put those ceramic things on the power lines. I think a lot of that is think about something, people. You've seen the Las Vegas skylight at night, all the lights. Los Angeles at night, New York City at Times Square, all the lights, all the cars running, all the lights that are on, everything going on. They're trying to tell us that fossil fuels, it comes from a dinosaur. Did they would have many dinosaurs? No, I don't think so. I think it's a mineral. I think it regenerates. Like when you cap a well and you go back to it 20 years later, there's more in there. I think they do that because of scarcity. So we think it's a commodity that's going to run out. We've been running stuff on oil for 130 years now. Look at how much we consume every single day. Between that and coal is just what dead plants, right? The coal is the dead plants, and the oil is the dead living. That's what they say, I guess. Yeah. But I don't believe that. That's why you can have gas at $6 one year and $2 the next year, because it's not what they're saying it is. But what
mostly with the oil company.
Well, but the oil companies, They're all owned by people. You know, they're just the little figurehead thing. You know, the
Yeah, but
dummies that work at the oil company, they don't make any of that money. You know,
uh, when they haven't got enough money to buy another ivory back scratcher, they put the price up.
100%. Yes, Tesla did give us free energy.
Yeah,
They
but they should have
pulled
cut
this
it down.
money, and he died. He died. Oh, who heard the rumor? Since we're on conspiracies, who heard the rumor that the man that was the first one into Tesla's hotel room was Donald Trump's uncle? Who heard that one? I believe it to be true.
It
No,
wouldn't surprise me.
you know, no. Hey, listen, no matter how you feel about any of them, I don't care who you like, who you don't like. They're all connected in one way or another. There's all a
Yeah,
connection. Most of them are related. Like most of them are related. Dick Cheney's related to Bush. Bush is related to Obama. Obama's related to George Clooney. It's just insane the way they're all related.
I'm sure if you did one of those DNA tests, you'd probably find they're all actually from the same mother or something.
Something. There's that. Well, there's you have the serpent seed doctrine, where Eve was actually impregnated by the serpentine angel, and that's the other bloodline that goes into Jesus's the wheat and the tares parable, where we look the same, but we'll at the time of the harvest we're gonna know, and you're of your father the devil and all that. I don't know. Have you heard of Has anyone heard of the RH negative blood thing that's going on?
No, I didn't hear that.
Rockefeller and the oil barons crushed Tesla's electric car. Of course they did. Of course they did. And who's the guy that made marijuana illegal? Because it was bothering his cotton fields. Oh, that was one of them. That was one of them rich guys. He hung out with them too. They were like the Rat Pack, but with no sense of humor. Like, what's that? Yes, Barbara Bush's dad, I really do believe, is Aleister Crowley. I really do. Yes, and I kind of think that maybe Madame Trudeau did a little hanky panky with Fidel Castro back in the day, because he was a real goer. Trudeau's mom, she was a real goer in Canada. So I don't know about him either. But yeah, Barbara Bush's dad, I really think is Aleister Crowley, and they tied the mom into Aleister Crowley. If you don't know who Aleister Crowley is, he's considered the most evil man that ever lived. He's the one that came up with the do as thou wilt philosophy. He actually owned a house in Loch Ness that was we used to do satanic ceremonies in, and that house was bought by I believe Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin, who said he saw the freakiest stuff ever in that house. And right around when he started doing the satanic stuff is when people started reporting the Loch Ness monster. Now he was thrown out of Italy, Aleister Crowley, by none other than Mussolini, because the things he was doing were so foul. If I can't even mention him here, what he would have to, but it was probably some of the most disgusting things. Sacrifice, it had a sexual connotation to it. Yes, I'm going to do one on Nessie and Lake Champlain. I'm going to do one of these conspiracy things on there. I just started out with the Titanic because, it's pretty big. Yes, RH negative blood. It does not have the rhesus monkey gene in it. And you can't mix RH negative with RH positive in a centrifuge. And I believe an RH negative woman has to take special drugs in order to get impregnated by RH positive person, or her body will actually kill the my ex-girlfriend is related to Woodrow Wilson. I feel bad for her. Or the pregnant woman, her body will actually turn on the fetus and it will kill it if you don't give it these drugs. That's why back in the day, when Native Americans, almost said the I word, when the Native Americans used to do how, and they'd show up their 5 fingers, they weren't doing that just because they thought it was cool and maybe LeBron James will do it one day. No, they did that to make sure you didn't have 6 fingers. Okay, and the blood brother thing was, oh, we're going to share blood. We're going to be no. It was, I'm going to see if you're my brother. I'm going to cut my hand. You're going to cut your hand. If our blood doesn't mix together, if it separates, then I don't want nothing to do with you. Then allegedly, the Human Genome Project. The Human Genome Project it's actually a front to track Rh negative people. Rh negative people are very empathic. They don't really get AIDS from what I've heard from. There's something different about them, and they do not have the rhesus monkey gene, which allegedly all of us other ones do. I think they're 5%, 3%. A very small percentage. Usually, they have red hair, um, light skin. They don't deal well with the sun. There's the people that they get windburn when they go out on a sunny day. Green eyes, a lot of them. Now, not all of them, but most of them. Most of them do. And allegedly, that's why, I don't know if you know it, but in America, at least since 1970, they've taken all of our blood without us knowing as we were children. And they've been using that to build a huge database. And now that they have DNA, they pretty much have everybody's blood. And no, it is not usually given. Go look it up. I hate stupid people. When an Rh negative woman is impregnated by an Rh positive man, her body will actually send out things, antibodies to kill the thing. But the other way around, it's okay. An Rh negative man has no problem getting an Rh positive woman pregnant. So to me, that makes me think that's whatever you want to call it, evolution, or just that if an Rh negative man can get an Rh positive woman pregnant, that creates more Rh negative people in that bloodline. And if an Rh negative woman, if her body is designed to kill the fetus, that means they don't want their bloodline getting diluted, and it's actually built into not into their mindset, but into their actual physiology.
So, are you saying that these are like genetically modified humans?
No, I'm saying that they have a different ancestor somewhere in there than we do. Maybe the stories of the Anunnaki and things like that are maybe something. Look, dude, if let's be honest, if you think that in my mind, at my age, I think that something blew up, everything congealed, even though it's spinning outward, it all made a ball.
Yeah.
And then all this happened from some kind of weird rain going on a volcanic rock, and that I'm the same thing as a fish in a tobacco plant. And no, there's some kind of intelligent design going on around here. The universe is way too complex for this to be random. The first law of information is you cannot get information from random sources. It has to come from data, and data only comes from intelligence. That's actually a law, not like the theory of evolution. I'm sorry. I didn't look, the monkey people look, wolves and dogs. Yeah, of course, they get that. But for a fish, everything started in the ocean. For a fish to become a person, it needed the DNA for lungs. Where did all this DNA come from all of a sudden? Why aren't our fish now growing? Why aren't they evolving? Why have we never seen anything evolve? Why? I don't know. I know I read it in a book that I came from a rock originally, because life comes from lifelessness. But no, I think something's been messing with us. It could be, look, you can go biblical, you can go aliens, you could go the people who built the pyramids, the mound builders that were here before us. We all know the Smithsonian took all their giants. You had giants in Ireland. You had the big 9-foot tall giants with the red hair. Those are real. The Smithsonian used to have 2 12-foot giants at their front door. 2 of them. They threw them away. Og of Bezir in the Bible was huge. They find them all the time. The Ohio River Valley. Abraham Lincoln was giving a speech, and he mentions the giants on the Ohio River Valley. Something was here, right? Something was here. What do we think? We're the first ones? Allegedly, the planet's been around for billions of years. And maybe we're the 3rd, 4th time that this is going around. You know, we think we're the first ones. We evolved from fish, and then we turned into monkeys, and then we turned into people, and then we just stopped. We just stopped.
Yeah.
We don't evolve anymore. We actually devolve. Our DNA is getting weaker.
Uh, what you were saying there kind of sounds like what Russia was trying to do back in the
Oh,
war.
they tried to make the humanzee. They tried to mix a man with a chimpanzee. It was called the humanzee. Yes, Stalin wanted a humanzee. He wanted it to go out, but it didn't work.
But did
We
you not hear
can't.
what the other thing they were trying to do?
Which one?
When
They did a lot of weird stuff.
they were trying to create kind of like a serum that they were going to rain down on America to turn everyone into like zombies type thing.
They
And
did.
then Russia
It's
and then
called
Russia would go in
television.
and no, then Russia would go in and save the day, and then America would be run by Russia.
Hey, if you listen to some people, there, we already are. It's a Russian bot. No, yeah, wow. Though, but they actually did try to make a humanzee as a
Yeah,
soldier. They
I
tried to
heard that.
mix a human and everything. But look what they're doing nowadays. They're mixing people with pigs. They're mixing. I don't think that's going to turn out well. I don't think we should really be doing that. I think we should leave the pig a
No,
pig and we should leave people people. Now, if we can selectively edit certain things so people don't get diseases, I'm all for that. But I don't think you should be able to go in okay, I want my kid to have blue eyes. I want him to be 7 foot tall. I want him to, that's a little micromanaging now. A
yeah,
little too much for me.
it's known as a designer baby.
Yes, yes, it is. Remember Yao Ming?
Yeah,
Yao Ming from China, the basketball player? Well, they went and now if you're in their Olympics or whatever, if you're on their state team, the Chinese basketball team, I believe you're also in the military at the same time. You technically are a military person because you
yeah,
work for the government or whatever. I mean, you're not walking around with a gun, but you're in some capacity. You're doing that now. Yao Ming's mother was an extremely tall, gifted athlete, and the dad was an extremely tall, gifted athlete. The government got those two together, let them do their thing, and then they messed around with that egg a little bit before he was born. And that's why he was 7 foot what? 7'7", and
yeah.
he actually could play basketball.
That's that's what I remember in school. It was a big thing at the time because there was a couple that were trying to redesign the embryo because the doctor said that the child was going to have special needs and they didn't want a child with special needs.
Oh, what's the country? What's the country that's all proud because they got rid of all the children with Down syndrome? Is that Norway or is it Sweden? I think it's Norway. It's one of those countries. They're
Yeah.
extremely, they're extremely proud of that.
But
It's like
I don't like that. To me, it's weird if you do that. Well, like, not everyone's perfect.
I mean, I think there's certain things we should just leave alone. There's
Yeah.
certain things we should leave alone. Look, we breed fish, right? We breed fish. Hello, Roxanne. How are you doing? Sorry, I'm late on the chat. Joseph's Tropical Tanks. How you doing, brother? We breed
Yeah.
fish. We breed dogs. We breed everything. But you never take a fish and try to breed it with a grizzly bear. Hey,
Yeah.
no one thinks, why would you do that? Or, take an octopus and breed it with a cockroach. These are things. No, there's nothing natural about that. Now, if you want to take a big Bengal cat and mix it with there's cats. You can kind of see how that works. But
Yeah.
Hi Tina, how are you?
Well, it's like the breeding of the flower horn.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's still at least fish. You're not
Yeah.
trying to breed it with a duck,
Well, it's the whole thing that they've altered its DNA to make it look the way it is.
Oh, have you seen the short-bodied ones?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
those.
what it's,
I had one of those, and I don't know. I mean, it didn't do well, but I think that's because of what they did to it.
yeah. That's like, the pug.
I've had 3 pugs, man. Oh my god, I
You know
love my
there's
pugs.
you know
Every one of
the
them had brain problems.
yeah, and this is why is the original pug had a long snout. It wasn't all smushed in like it is.
Mm-hmm.
And people didn't like that, so
Dude,
they altered the breed, and that's why it has so many health problems.
I tried 3 times. It broke my heart every time. That's why I got a Boston Terrier this time, because he's got a longer nose. I would have got another pug, but oh my god, it's yeah, that's and then you got the puppy mills and all that crap.
Yeah,
All those terrible people, you know. Oh, I love pugs though. They're so cute. I love Doug the pug, but yeah, I had problems with them. Just pug encephalitis, and they just seizures, just terrible, terrible things you don't want to go through with a dog. There's quite a few breeds of dogs though that have a lot of problems because of the way they're bred.
yeah, that's
A
what
lot of health
I was
problems.
that's what I was getting to with the flower horn. If you mess with something, you're not making it better.
Well, that's what I was saying. We're not. Most mutations are detrimental. Most
Yeah,
mutations are not beneficial. You know, like cancer is a mutation. It's not really beneficial. You know,
yeah,
I can't think of the only mutation they bring up that they think is beneficial is the fact that if you have sickle cell anemia, you can't get malaria. They're trying to say that's a beneficial, but I'm thinking to myself, that means I have blood that even a mosquito doesn't want
yeah,
because I have sickle cell. It's not an improvement, okay? It's kind of tit for tat. I'm going to make a trade off. I guarantee you the person would rather be bit by the mosquito than have sickle cell. Yeah, I don't know any
yeah.
mutations that are positive.
No,
Yeah, Christian, I love my Boston Terrier. He's being such a good boy right now. I tried to set up a Buster Boston cam, but it gave me terrible feedback, and I got to figure it out some other time. I didn't want to have a gaff. The forest giraffe. Okapi looks like more of a cross between a deer and and there it goes. A deer and a zebra. Yeah, but is that natural or did they make that? Like, what is it? We made the dunk or the burrow, one of those, and it can't. It's infertile. Like a lot of these, like fish, also are infertile. Do we,
yeah.
the real weird hybrids?
It's like the liger.
The liger is huge, man. The thing's what 900 pounds, like 9 feet stretched out. He's almost as big as Buster. But no, those are the liger. Yeah, but it only works one way, right?
Yeah,
Who would have thought of that? Somebody must have been really drunk one night and says, "Let's make them two make love." He just put them in a pen together with a bottle of liger booze. What do tigers drink? I mean, yeah, they probably like a nice beer sitting out in the desert. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's still similar. It's not like they try to mix a tiger with a rhino, which
yeah.
they're probably trying to do.
You have to remember, a tiger and a lion are not like they're not. The Let's just say they don't get on together.
No, but DNA wise, they're probably and where it matters for the intercourse. I mean, look, we're people. We don't get along, but damn, we pop out some babies, son. All right, we don't get along. We're so tribal. It's ridiculous these days. But we still pop out babies, all different color babies. It looks like a box of crayons. The babies that we pop out nowadays. You know,
Yeah,
it's not like it was in the old days. Because you see people walk in people's houses and they see the family photo and they're like, "What the? What? That?
yeah.
Whatever, whatever." Do you have a flower horn? I'd ask.
No,
Are you against hybrids?
no. I don't have the space to have hybrids at the moment.
I just got a baby flower horn. I don't know if he's going to be a dud or he's going to be all right, but whatever. It's part of the hobby. I want to see what he looks like when he grows. I know the frontosa I got that I showed everybody in the video is I just read a terrible comment about a sick dog. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh God. Yeah, Buster, you heard me. See? Yes, pugs look nothing like they did 100 years ago. I would take my chances with malaria rather than sickle cell. I agree. My parents have a Boston Terrier. They're second. The first passed from cancer. Same with them being cancer prone from selective breeding and altering. Yeah, you know what, Chris John? I read about that too. And I think that's a problem with all our dogs. And I got to be honest, I think a lot of that really breaks down to the food. I think the food, the lack of supplements, I mean, the food is terrible. I don't know. I give Buster, I got a little bit of the decent, natural kibble I give him, but usually I cook for him. I usually try to cook for him, and I always use bottled water. I never use tap water. Never. She doesn't need all that chlorine in it. Boston's need a lot of exercise too. They get the zoomies. But then again, think about it. These dogs are getting these vaccines when they're born. You have to get the vaccines for them. All right, we get the vaccines. It's let's put two and two together. All right, we can go back to the polio vaccine where it was found to have the S40 simian gene in it, which is known to cause cancer. So it's not here. There's a common denominator. How come all our friends are getting sick with that crap? I mean, how come it keeps rising up? It's kind of coincidental that the vaccines keep rising up too. The more vaccines, the more autism. Now, listen, I'm not anti-vaccine. I think we should have vaccines, but I think we should have clean vaccines. I don't think there should be mercury in a vaccine. I don't think there should be thimerosal in a vaccine. I don't think there should be adjuncts in aluminum. All right. I don't think there should be baby DNA in the vaccine. I think it should be the clean one like they get. Otherwise, I don't. Look, I love orange juice, but I don't want you to pour ammonia in it and tell me it's still orange juice. Look at the rise in autism. All right. What do you think? That's just a natural thing? Peanut allergies, cancer, diabetes in people. Come on. And now they want to force us all to take this vaccine? Come on, I'll take my chances. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Joseph, here you go. Click that link, Joseph's Tropical Tanks. Oh, look, the young man is back.
Did you know, Vinny, most pet foods contain acid?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There's arsenic in it. But go look at what's in our food, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing the same thing to us. Look, if a dog normally lives 15 years, they're whacking 5 years off that dog's life. We're supposed to live 75. They're knocking 15 off of ours.
Yeah.
I mean, my grandparents didn't have any of that stuff. They came over on the boat. They went to war. They lived to be in their 90s. My God, you think I'm going to hit 90? Only if I turn into a vampire and I start draining people's life forces am I gonna make it to 90. I mean, come on. And it's not like they didn't drink. They drank unfiltered, just they made their own stuff. The food, they caught it themselves. The water, they just got it out of a well with dirt. They drink river water. They didn't care. They smoked non-filtered cigarettes. These people, they smoke non-filtered cigarettes, and they live for until they're 90-something. I see people nowadays. They jog every day. They eat nothing but healthy food, and they drop dead at 30.
Yeah.
It's like something's not natural there. And don't trust what they're giving you. Don't trust it. It's in our look at what's that? That sweetener. That sweetener they put in. What is that? Hello, Joseph. That it's that artificial not Accutane, aspartame.
Yeah.
Aspartame. It's from the feces of the E. coli virus. And we're just downing that. Oh, I got a diet soda. It's healthy. Really?
Yeah. No,
Is it?
not, yeah.
You can't even buy real fruit anymore. You got to look at the little code on it because it's all modified. That's why when you bite into a peach, it's like you're biting into a sand bed from your aquarium. It's all mealy. It doesn't taste like a peach. Go out to the farm and pick a real piece of fruit and then compare it. God knows what they're putting in our meat. What are they
That's right.
injecting our meat with? I mean, steroids. Like, I wouldn't eat Hulk Hogan. I wouldn't think that's a healthy meal. I'll write it up. Why are you putting steroids in my chicken and making it sit in a little box all day? Sorry, I was in a rant.
No.
How you doing, Joseph?
I'm doing good, Vinny. How about you?
Not too bad, brother. Not too bad.
Good. Good.
Yeah, I spelled his name wrong too. The young man's name sometimes. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, I had to mute him because I don't know. I know if his dad's in the room yelling at him, or maybe the dad wants to do a photo bomb and get behind him. I don't know.
That's right. Vinny, you were talking about the epidemic with autism,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny because we've been doing something here over in my community. We actually started a prayer list for the children with autism because there's over. It started off probably with about 5 kids. My nephew Aaron being one of them out of the 5. And then within the last maybe 5 to 6 years, it almost tripled. So now there's a list of like almost 45 kids that are suffering with autism.
Dude,
So
my last girlfriend's child had it.
yeah,
It's,
so what we've been doing is we've been praying for a lot of the kids, to get healed from it.
okay, you know what I've heard? Just as a side note, I don't know if you guys have tried it. You have to eliminate all sugars.
Yeah.
You have to eliminate all the sugars, especially the high fructose sugar, the glucose. You have to eliminate all.
Glucose.
Yes, it really ramps them up. Now, part of that problem is the mercury detox.
Yeah.
Is part of it, and the aluminum. Now, did you know that African American children have a much harder time passing mercury through their system than right? It's
what one of the specialists that we took my nephew to was saying that there's a different chromosome inside of the body, and that chromosome is the one that causes the autism. But you're right. There's something in it was a big study that they did on the vaccine of hepatitis.
Yep.
And the hepatitis, actually had a preservative for autism in it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they mixed stuff together for weird reasons. Like,
I wonder why.
look, if you trace back the AIDS epidemic, you can trace that back to the Red Cross giving shots to people in Africa.
Yep.
That's where it came from. It's unfortunately they put a lot of bad stuff in there.
But one thing I could say, there's a cure to autism. His name is Jesus.
Yeah.
And
look, I'm a Christian too, but we got to do something about it on every level.
Of course.
Every level. And especially now that they want to mandate it.
When we found out that my nephew has autism, the doctor told us that he'll never speak. And he said for the rest of his life, he'll never speak. I mean, my brother was just devastated. By the time Aaron was about 6, first word that came out of his mouth was Jesus. So, there is power in prayer, but you're right. It took a lot of speech therapy. It took a lot of schooling. It took medication.
Without faith, and even look for all you people that aren't religious. If you don't, I'm a very proud Christian, so whatever you can take that to the bank. What?
So
I'm not a denominational. I don't do the Catholic, Baptist, all that. I just, it's my thing. It's my journey. But even if you don't believe in that, you have to have faith in something to get through any of these problems.
Exactly.
You have to have faith. If you just give up, if you just say, well, that's what the doctor said, I give up, I mean, then it's with anything. If you don't have faith in something that you can make some kind of improvement or get through it at least.
Yep.
But it's so heartbreaking because, it's really tough to be a parent.
Yeah,
it's really tough. It's a lot of work, man. And unfortunately, I think the people that are causing it are making money off of it too.
Yep.
There's very little help out there too, depending on where you are. There's very little help in the schools. I've noticed with my ex, the schools, like if the kids got a little bit more of a problem, they don't have patience with them like they should.
No.
They kind of just boom, all of a sudden they separate. They put the kid all by himself, and they let the other class go on. And the kid's like, I don't understand why I'm not with my friends right now.
Yep.
And it makes it even worse. I don't even think they deal with it properly most of the time.
Yeah.
On that level. I mean,
No. But that's just all of the different conspiracies that we could get into tonight.
oh, that one probably bothers me more than anything, because I don't like that and the whole child trafficking thing.
Yeah,
those two things really drive me crazy. Because like just leave kids alone. Just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. They don't listen. If you're gonna vaccinate the kids, why do it all at once? Can't you spread it out a little bit? What? Because you want to save a doctor visit for mom? We give them more shots than we give horses nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Joe's tips and tricks. They do it to the military too. They do it to the military too. You're the guinea pigs. You guys are the guinea pigs. Oh, look at this. Four of us. Oh, see, you got an echo though, brother. You got to mute your thing. Okay. Now I got to do that. I have to be a good host. So, I mean, what do they do? What do you do? I mean, besides the school, do you get any help?
Well, probably by the time Aaron turned 10, he stopped it there because he didn't need it anymore.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Now it's just just one day at a time with him. One of the problems is with the kids that have autism. They do grow out of it, and it becomes ADHD, is what they call it, where they're maybe a year or two behind their age. But Aaron's getting along.
But at a certain point, that doesn't matter. If you're like, because look, I'm 50 and I'm going on 13 myself, so
Me too.
I mean, I still got a lot of kid in me.
How you been doing, Vinny?
But luckily we're getting a little busier at work, which is pretty good.
Oh, good.
Nathan Fishboy, how are you doing? He says, I just put it right up. Boom. If they paid me $99 billion, they would still get a no from any. Yes, exactly. All of a sudden, they're going to come out with a vaccine that's going to cure corona for everybody. They just all of a sudden, like the flu shot doesn't work. Yes, exactly.
I have a strong feeling of Vinny, probably by the end of the election, they'll have a really good way to, I guess, stop the corona.
There you go.
Vinny, probably by
you got that echo. You have something extra on, my friend. That's why you got to get the earphones. What'd you say, Joe? What do you think they're gonna have?
I was saying by the time the election is over, I think the corona will magically disappear.
It has to, because they're gonna riot like crazy. They're gonna lose their minds. I mean, come on. Look, I might not be Vegas, but I can pick the winner of anything this obvious.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so yeah, it is voting time. It's the 3rd, November 3rd, and November 4th. This country, either way. Listen, if the side I'm not for at the moment wins, I'm just gonna give up on life. I'm gonna dig a hole and bury myself in it, because I can't afford all the extra taxes and regulations this senile buffoon wants to put on me. I can't afford it anymore, dude. I can't afford 3% on my house, you dumb old man. I can't afford that. I can't afford that Obamacare penalty again. I can't afford it. Stop it. All right, Andy wants to shut the damn country down for another 3 months. We're all gonna die. You can't afford it. It's enough already.
Trump got this one in his pocket, Vinny.
I know that. I know that, but I don't want to say too much because there's so many people that hate Trump. They just hate him. They hate him. Like Ireland hates him. I heard.
You know,
It's not that we hate him. It's just like
Come on,
what he
he's the.
did. Like
You got to admit, he's the funniest president you've ever seen.
he is. I love him.
we find it hilarious when we see him on the news, and the wind is blowing and his hair is up like the wig.
Look, that reminds me of my grandpa. My grandpa had that hair. Oh, I know. Whatever. I mean, listen. Obama had nice hair, and he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. You know. And Bush, what Bush do? He got us in all these wars. Hey, look. Let's be honest. You got to give credit where credit's due. The man got the Sudan to recognize Israel. And to be honest, I don't like either one of those countries. I could care less. I like America. But he got the Sudan. And that's been a war going on from 1967. And you don't hear a word about it. I remember when Jimmy Carter got Anwar Sadat and Menachem Begin before Sadat's head got blown off. I remember he got them together to sign the Camp David Peace Accords. You heard about that for 7, 8 years afterward. They still talk about how great it was he did that. Now, no, nothing. You don't hear nothing. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Give him a chance. Now that's the thing. You need headphones, or you get a reverb sometimes. There we go.
Huh?
Exactly. Trump Nation. How you doing, brother? We got you now. Yeah, it's the headphones.
You get the feedback and the delay with the latency.
You got it. How you doing, my friend?
Very nice.
Oh, you have the good screen name tonight. You have the
Okay,
after hours screen name. I can't see the 420 at the end. So what are you up to, my friend?
Yeah. After I was in. Oh yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I
See,
just typed it right in. Man. Nothing much, man. Just hanging out, relaxing a little bit, man. Jumped into your channel and I figured I'd say hello.
It sounds good. Well, it doesn't sound good, but you know what I mean. It's good. Here we go. Aluminum, strontium, barium. Yeah, well, you know, they've been spraying aluminum and strontium and barium on us for years now. That's right. Look, they even put chemtrails in the cartoons now. If you've noticed that. They even put, you can see, look in the cartoons, there's chemtrails in the back, like it's supposed to be normal. What happened? Let's take it easy on the discussion. Oh, I probably lost like 10 subs just by saying that. But whatever. You know, I mean, it comes to a certain point where, look, if both sides were putting up somebody that was legitimate, you know, like they could have picked somebody a little better to represent what they're trying to say. And I can't afford any more taxes. I just can't. I don't know. Does anybody in here want to pay more taxes?
No.
No. What's it like in Ireland? You pay a lot of taxes?
Here's something you'll probably find funny, but we have in Europe, Ireland breaks a big law and they get fined for it every year, but they don't care because they make so much money out of it. We have a thing called a roads tax. So on your car, you pay a tax on top of your car to use it on the road. And if you don't pay that, your car is taken off you.
Don't say it too loud, because people are going to they're gonna now I'm gonna have to pay that tax. My governor of Connecticut probably heard it and he's gonna make me pay it.
You see, in Europe, it's illegal to have a tax like that, and Ireland gets fined something like $4 million a year, but they make something like $400 million a year off it. So it's chump change to them.
Exactly. Sorry, I hate stupid people. Anyway. But what was I going to say?
The thing you don't know about Ireland is that the government is very, very corrupt.
So what do you pay for car tax on one vehicle?
My car currently is €640, which is nearly $600,
Type it.
and that's a year.
What?
Yeah,
Did you say 3,600?
no, but 630.
Oh, all right. That's California. You pay more than that.
But it all depends on the size of the engine of the car. Like my friend has a 4 liter, and he pays $4,000 a year.
What is it? What does it go by? Percentage of value on the car?
No, it goes by
Size of motor.
the size of the engine. Like if it's a 5.0, it'd be 5,000.
Well, let me ask you. What kind of cars do you have over there? What are the brands that you have?
We have a lot.
Yeah, I believe it. I don't know. I've never been there. Like, do you have Chevys? Do you have large junky cars over there? Do you basically? They don't make Saabs anymore. But
We have some nice ones, but we do have Ford. We have, well, it's not really Chevy. It's a Korean version of Chevrolet, because Chevy bought so many companies. Like GM bought a lot of companies, so we have those kinds. We have a lot of Japanese, and we have a lot of Korean, and the big contenders we have is the Germans.
yeah, I figured that. I figured what is the big? What is it? Mercedes or BMW?
Yeah,
What about Volkswagen?
yeah. We've every single German mark, including Porsche. Porsche is really for the rich, but we also have.
They don't make that. They don't make that one Porsche that's really crappy like they used to. The what was that? The 940, the one with the Volkswagen engine in it.
Yeah, you see, it'd be crappy in other places, but here, the tax on it would be so high to buy it that it'd still be something that makes a lot of money.
Well, you never said what you pay for gas.
I think at the moment it's.
What is?
I think it's about €6 a liter.
See, that was like you speaking Greek to me, because
Yeah,
I don't know
see.
what euros are. I know what they are, but I don't know what it's worth. And a liter, like I said, that's only a liter bottle of Pepsi. Like, what would it be per gallon?
Let's see, a liter would be. I'm not.
Yeah, I
sure
don't know
on
the math. I don't know how many liters are in a gallon. How much is it per liter? You said
I think it's about $6 at the moment.
$6.
Yeah, so we'll say like $6 a liter.
You're probably paying $18 a gallon.
It's
Something like that.
3.79 liters to 1 gallon.
3.7 liters in a gallon. So you got almost 4 liters. 4 times 6. Oh my
And
God! You buy a horse.
It costs me to fill my car about 80.
And how big? It's probably got a little 14. Yeah. Oh my God! It's probably got a little 14-gallon tank in it, a little 12-gallon tank.
It's not that. It's my car uses like it guzzles petrol stuff.
What do you have?
I have a Mazda RX-8.
Oh. Wow. Little sporty there. Little sporty
Yeah.
there. Mm-hmm. Does it still have the rotary motor?
Yes, it does.
Oh, my buddy used that. What was that? The 240? The 240Z back in the day?
Yeah.
I like the rotary motor. Those zip around too, don't they?
Yeah, particularly when you have it done like mine. I have it street ported.
Yeah, the Mazda RX-7 just have that rotary motor.
Yeah. They have a lot of them with rotaries because Mazda went mad doing it. So
See, every once in a while they put out a special car where they just want to show off a little bit.
This is a fucking.
Now,
yeah.
how do you drive that on the cobblestone roads in Ireland?
See, we don't have. They've dug up a lot of cobblestones and just put asphalt down because it's easier to maintain. The
Lot.
local council like don't really want to bother fixing cobblestones anymore. So it's,
There's one street in New York City that still has cobblestones. I love that street. But there's a few actually. They still have cobblestones, but they're all jacked up now.
yeah, that's what it's like here, and they're just paving over it.
So I can't picture it in my head. Well, the maps are all wrong anyway. I'm wondering how big Ireland, like how big actually is it? How many people are there?
I don't know. There's,
we're supposed to
there's
have 330 something million in this country. Just,
I'd say we're close to, I'd say 20 million.
oh, see, that's not bad. It's like what, Texas? Maybe Texas, well, no, not California. You got, yeah.
But the thing is, the Irish hate this, but we have like what's known as like an open border policy. If you go over and say you want an Irish passport, the government stamps it and gives it to.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to lead to any problems in the future.
Yeah. So all the immigrants that are coming over are getting Irish passports.
Oh, great! They're going to show up in America saying, "We're from Ireland."
Yeah.
And they're not going to look anything like an Irish person. Not that I care, but they're definitely not going to be Irish.
Yeah. That's why it annoys the Irish, because there's a lot of people that go, "No, I'm Irish." You go, "No, you're not. You might have an Irish passport, but you're not Irish."
Well, I mean, that's eventually there's going to be none of us left. It's going to be the end. All these kids are going to.
Do they go there for work?
So they go there. No, they come over here to live.
You give a lot of freebies away?
That's why they come to Ireland, because the government are very, very soft. Because they're looking at the end result of how much money can we get.
Hey, I mean, too bad we can't do that. I want to do that. Tell my government, come on, help. I almost want to leave and come back so I can start all over.
How much that money does affect your taxes?
The tax here is, it goes every year. They assess the taxes, and it seems to go up.
I'm on a big delay.
Because the government likes to tax us on everything.
What percentage? Like, what would you say the percentage is?
It all depends on, like, for example, how much would a bottle of Pepsi over there be?
Oh, God. I don't know. I haven't bought Pepsi in a long time. Hey, you could probably get the 99-cent bottles.
See, here, you could get it for 99 cents to be a big bottle. Here, for...
About $1?
Yeah. Here, it'd be close to $2.
Well, that's just because you got to pay more for the American greatness that is Pepsi.
No, because we have a bottling plant here for Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
See? Then I don't. Did I give you the same formula, or does your taste Irishy? Like
It's
they put a little whiskey in it or something. Little hooch. Little hooch got a little kick to it. No, because listen, you can buy the Coca-Cola from Mexico and it's got natural sugar in it. It doesn't have the high fructose.
See,
you can get that. You can get that in the bodegas here. You can get the one without the nasty fake sugar. You can tell the difference.
We get the same as what you guys get, the fake stuff.
You guys got Kentucky Fried Chicken in Ireland?
Yeah.
That's the best. Imagine that, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, that's in the glass
Ireland.
bottles, right?
Yeah.
We also get McDonald's and Burger King, and
everybody gets McDonald's and Burger King. Yeah. Right? The people on Mars get McDonald's and Burger King, but Kentucky Fried Chicken says Kentucky in the freaking name, and they're selling it in Ireland.
We also have that came in 2016, Five Guys.
Oh, I love talking about other countries. I like to pretend I don't know anything. My buddy moved back to Poland, and he had a fish. He got a really beautiful fish tank. He's got a beautiful ghost knife in there, and I just tease him all the time. Like, I don't know how you don't have electricity over there. You know, the old Cold War jokes. You don't have any toilet paper. I'm gonna send you because that's what we used to hear. We used to hear in America that people in the Soviet Union used to have to wait in line for toilet paper, which is ironic because we were just doing that after the friggin' outbreak. People were waiting in line to buy tons of toilet paper. So I always tell him I'm going to send him a bunch of toilet paper and make him rich over there. And he just thinks I'm an idiot for saying that. But since I like to play with him, that and because he's from Poland, I want to send him a box of vowels because they don't have a lot of vowels over there. I think they're really expensive because his name is like CZYWT. It's it's all consonants. You know, I said send us a couple Z's.
Vowels.
I'll send you some vowels, and you'll be all right.
It's strange you're saying that he's moved back to Poland because half the Polish population seems to be in Ireland.
I like the Polish people. I mean, you know, they're I don't know, but I don't live with them. I don't live with them. Just don't hire him to put in the light bulbs. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
No, he's doing good in Poland from what I heard. He opened up a sign company, like we do, and I heard he's doing pretty good. You know, but problem was he had to leave Poland when he hit 19 because they had that thing where you go into the army, the mandatory army thing. Yeah. So his mother said, "No, you're a little too soft for this. We're gonna get you out of here." And he came. He lived here for so many years, and then of course his girlfriend says, "I got to move back to Poland to see my mother." So he moves back to Poland with her. 1 month later, she's with another dude and stole his dog. So he's back in Poland all by himself. But luckily he met another girl. Now he's married. They have beautiful children. It has a happy ending.
Yeah.
You got a lot of Polish people in Ireland?
Yeah.
What, for the work?
A lot of them are construction workers.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
The Irish are kind of like let them have it because.
Are the Irish just not having kids? Is that what it is? Is the Irish just aren't popping out kids like they used to?
Oh no, we are. It's just not as much as back in the day because the Catholic Church doesn't have as much power as it did. Like at one stage, contraception was banned in Ireland.
What?
Yeah, contraception. You weren't allowed to have condoms. Nothing.
What? When?
Yes.
Still or not still?
No. I think in the 70s it was lifted, but like the 50s and 60s, if you had a condom, like you were condoned by the church.
Oh my God, they're so weird. They're so weird. They're so weird. Yeah, but let's go in the box and talk to this guy, because he knows Jesus personally. He told me he did.
needed it in the 60s and 70s.
Jesus. The 60s.
That's the thing. And we only recently allowed abortions. We only recently allowed gay marriages. So, like...
Yeah, you guys are, well, you know, you got to get... Well, you're part of the European Union, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that working out?
Not bad for us.
No, it messed up some of the other countries.
Yeah, but that's because the thing that we have on our side is that everybody loves Ireland. So.
Yeah, I guess. I know Italy got whacked pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, Italy's in a rough spot.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is this?
But we also have on our side we make Guinness and we invented whiskey. So he's not going to like it.
That gives you a special. Inventing whiskey gives you a special place.
Yeah.
Because you know everybody needs that. Everybody needs that once in a while. The Guinness.
The best things on the planet.
The Guinness, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Guinness. It's a little too. it's a little too rough for me. Joe was drinking the Guinness. I saw the Guinness and Joe's tips and tricks. He was drinking the
Yeah,
Guinness.
I don't like
Jameson.
Guinness either.
Pete loves Jameson. My buddy Pete loves Jameson. It's the only thing he drinks. Now it's too
Fun,
cold up here for beer.
funny enough, I don't actually like Irish whiskey.
That's
I
racist.
I prefer the American whiskey.
Just take the
Of course, you know we
take
do
the
everything
Jameson, drop it
better
right
in
in the
America.
Guinness.
You know we do everything better in America. That's that's
Yeah.
us cocky Americans. So we just like
Yeah.
to run all around the world. We're the best. Yeah. But we believe it though too. That's the worst part. We believe it. No, some of us. Will you stop? Do you want a Boston Terrier?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's another
if
thing. Did they ship like Boston Terrier is an American dog? Like it was invented. It's in Boston. It's the American breed. Do they ship them over there now? You guys get like Boston Terriers over there?
Yeah, we can get Boston Terriers. We can get Bull Mastiffs. We can get.
Oh, those are beautiful dogs. They're so huge.
Yeah, I want one.
I don't know what kind of if there's rules over there where you can't do because there's certain things we can't get here. Like I can't get an Asian arowana if I wanted to. But you can get one up in Canada.
On that front, no, we don't have that kind of law. The laws we have are you can't have a gun.
What?
No guns.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
And who protects you? What happens?
Well,
What happens in the case of a tyrannical government that's overreaching its authority? What do you guys know?
see,
Make car bombs.
no, the thing that we're having a problem with at the moment is the drug gangs
Yeah.
bringing in guns.
Yes. They will always get guns.
Yeah.
Criminals will always have a gun. I mean, look, I'm not saying you guys. I'm not saying you guys need guns to go fight wars. You need something in your house to protect you. Whether it's a gun, a bow and arrow, a lighter, like we were talking about, you need something.
It's called a big ass flashlight.
You might as well just hit him with a giant dildo.
Yeah, see, there's a little kind of like gap in the law where if you beat somebody that broke into your house and put them outside on the street, and the cops come along and say, "I never saw him before in my life," they can't do you for it because it's not in your
But
property.
that's only if they break into your house and they don't have a gun.
Most Irish people would not break into somebody else's house unless they had a death wish.
But
If
why?
you
You don't
get
have anything. What are you going to do? You going to throw whiskey on them?
No, because most of the people have already drank the bottle of whiskey and have a bottle of whiskey to throw at them.
Yeah. Well, an empty bottle hurts just as much. But, well, no, I mean, really, no, I find that hard. It's really weird because I see what happened, like, okay, in Chicago. All right? There's no citizens. You're not allowed to have something. But, a lot of you are going to get shot every weekend, so just get used to it.
And see, now what we have is we have the police are arming themselves with the drugs gangs. So,
Oh, that's going to be great. So you unarmed civilians are going to be in the middle of a drug war.
now see, unlike America, there's certain areas of the country that where all those kind of people are, so we know not to go near.
Yeah, they're called no-go zones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know about that. We know I've read about. Yeah, look, dude. That's not how you want it, though, is it? Like, here, you just take this part of my country that my ancestors lived on, and just do it. Like, we had the problem at the border. The text
It's not taking part of the country. It's like a housing development where they will be.
Oh, yeah, we
They're
got
there, so we
those.
leave that alone and
That's what Chicago is. Baltimore, Detroit,
It,
Compton. I mean, we parts of Boston. Uh, no, we
like it,
got look. There's poor people everywhere. Look, I don't sit here counting my money. You know, I'm two steps away from living right next to everybody. I mean, I'm in the bodegas every day. I'm not. I'm working in New York City. I'm down on 125th Street. I know, but no, we have a problem on the border with the drug cartels, like big time, because they're armed. They're armed to the teeth. They've taken over some Texas towns. I
yeah.
mean, it was worse years ago. It's getting a little better now, but it's everywhere. What's up, Jack's Aquarium? It's look wherever there's a vacuum, something will fill that vacuum.
Yeah.
I mean, if
That's
you put up a sign that says no one here can protect themselves, what do you think is going to happen? You know, maybe if they had to think twice, maybe if they thought, oh, if I do this, I might end up getting shot. I'm not going to do it. But when there's no repercussions whatsoever, I mean, people are ruthless, man. They're
That's an open
ruthless.
yeah.
invitation.
Yeah, 100%. They're ruthless.
But the thing we have here is they won't really go after like the members of the public because it's kind of like them taking a dump on their doorstep because it's the public that funds their uh, kind of business, if you like.
Well, I think that look. We all know We all know. Was it Barry Seal? We all know that the CIA used to bring the drugs into our country. They
Yeah,
used to bring them right in. And what do we think they stopped? They said, "Oh, that's how they fund all their black ops stuff by bringing the guns and the drugs in." And that's goes all the way back. That's every administration, everyone ever. It's just the deal they have. I don't even think the CIA listens to the president. I think they tell him what to do.
obviously here it's not the government bringing it in. The government are adamant that they can stop drug dealers bringing it in.
That's them lying to you, and they're
Yeah,
the ones doing it. The voices that yell the loudest are the ones doing it. Trust me. Your politicians want to keep you all hopped up, and
I
they just
seen
don't want you to have a gun. They want you all hopped up so you just do whatever they want, and not you you know what I mean. But they're all
yeah.
look, dude. I
That's
put
what
it this way: if they know what we're doing right now on YouTube, and they know to the penny how much money you owe them in taxes, they know who the drug dealers are. They know everything. All right, they know. They allow it. They allow it. It's their little social engineering thing. They allow it. Why was the CIA trafficking? The real, what was his name? Highway Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross,
yeah.
not the fake rapper. Go read his story. Go read his story. Right. The only reason they put him in jail is because he found somebody to get it from cheaper. Because he double crossed the government. They were supplying him for years. The guy was making $1 million a day to himself after paying everybody, all the government stuff. The real Highway Rick Ross, not the stupid rapper.
Yeah. But the thing is, here the politicians wouldn't be able to start a fire in a gas station. That's
See, we think the same thing about our politicians here. Like we look at a certain lady in California who that woman has $900 million in the bag. All right, her husband has
Same
contracts
here.
out there. They pretend to be stupid. They pretend that they're. Trust me. They're all in on it. They're all in on it. Don't think your government. You just have a different dynamic than we do. You're kind of like there to be the little brother and get along with all the other people. We're supposed to be the big bully and the cop that runs around telling everybody what to do, and that's our job. You know, the Chinese are supposed to spy on everybody. Everybody's got their little job in this TV show we call the world. But your government is just as corrupt. They pretend to be stupid. Half that tax money they're taking from you, go look where they live. Go look what
yeah.
they live.
No,
Go look at their bank accounts.
I know all that, but the
Yeah.
thing is, they like they wouldn't be smart enough to do it without everyone in the country finding out because
Yeah.
There's
Listen.
a massive thing here that a lot of the politicians are stupid. Like, put charges on the company accounts, if you like, for the government for going on holiday or buying a house or whatever,
Yeah.
and they put it on down as an expense, like it's a governmental expense,
Mm-hmm.
and it's flashed everywhere. Then the whole country knows, and then
Yeah,
they
but that is only to cover up the secret money they got. It's only to cover up the secret money. Look at our country. Look how corrupt these people are. How much money they're skimming off the top. We're the worst. We're the worst when it comes to that. And they just trust me, it's happening everywhere. There's no way they can't control themselves. Somebody in Ireland wants something, and they're giving those guys something to get it. You know, it's just you don't have the. We're the only country that has the dynamic we have. Like,
yeah,
we're the only country that has people from every friggin' where. Everywhere. I'm from somewhere else. You're from somewhere else. None of us really come from here, except for the Native Americans. And look what we did to them. But we're all. I mean, look, we got the melting pot. All right, the melting pot. There's
yeah,
so many different like. Everybody's here. Everybody. We have representation of everybody. Doesn't matter. It's everybody's here. I don't think the other countries have to deal with that quite as much. You do on a smaller scale now, but not by the millions and millions and 330 million people. We all are different people. We all come from different places.
yeah. But the extent of the corruption here goes to Apple Incorporated have a huge premises here, making I don't know what, but they're getting away with not paying taxes, and the government are
Okay,
letting
we
them.
can talk fish. Somebody come on and talk some fish. What kind of fish do you have?
Me,
Yeah, you.
I
They
have,
just built that facility, right?
yeah,
It is a delay.
I have a Blackmore, uh,
Ooh.
a pure white Oranda,
Yeah, this
and a
delay's horrible. I got
and
it.
a blue copper. I think is another Oranda, and I have a rusty Pleco as well.
I like the Blackmores. I saw our friend Roxanne had her Blackmores. It's making me think I want to get one. It's
But
making me think I want to get one. I'm
they're
supposed to go to the fish store tomorrow. That's I'm excited about that because I didn't get to go last week.
they're incredible to look at, the Blackmore, because
There's,
when the light's off, you don't see him, but then when he gets up to the glass, you can see his shadow, and it's just like a shark going past.
I like the way they swim. They're kind of goofy.
Yeah,
Aquarium
but
channel. I know we're on a delay aquarium channel, so I'm going to ask you now. What kind of fish do you have? What's your setup?
if you're getting a Blackmore, Vinny, try and get a butterfly Blackmore.
What are those? What's the difference?
The butterfly Blackmore, the tail
I
is
got, I got a
like a butterfly.
125 and a 55. I got
The
about
delay.
four clown loaches in the 125.
I love clown loaches. How big are they?
Yeah, delay's horrible. It's on my
I
end.
know. Oh no, what's this say?
They're pretty small, man. They're about 6 inches now, 8 inches now. So they're really not too big. You know, they'll get bigger, of course.
It's pretty
But at least
big.
I have the room.
It's
I
pretty
think
big compared to mine.
they are quite big.
Nathan has some really nice black moors. I like to see those. Jack went to absolutely fish today. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Is anybody going to the fish store tomorrow? Who went today? What did you guys get? Like I said, I was looking at that Arapaima, but I'm not spending $500 on a fish. It's ridiculous. Especially
Fortunately,
because
I'm not able to go to the fish store.
why is that?
We're the strictest now at the moment on lockdown in Europe.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. It was going on in Italy too. I think
We're
Marco was telling me about that.
Yeah, we're what they're calling a level 5, I think now, where we're not allowed to go within 5 miles of where we live.
Wow.
Everyone's
Wow.
cancel some.
What kind of fun is that? No,
Yeah.
my fish store stayed open the whole time. My fish store
Oh,
was stayed open the whole time. It's actually deemed an essential business, my fish
yeah,
store.
mine's still open, but if I travel up to it, I get stopped and told to go home.
Did they ask you for your papers?
No, they ask why am I more than 5 miles?
Big J says he's not going to the fish store because he works there and it's his only day. Yeah, see? But that's the best part. Absolute Fish is the best. Go check out, oh my God, I can't say that word. Vitals in Pearl River, New York. Well, I've never been there. That sounds pretty good. You guys live in New Jersey? Check out the Fish Hut. Oh, I'm going to Jersey on Tuesday. I'm going to Jersey to put up a sign on Tuesday.
The fish shot, huh?
There's Saddlebrook. Oh, I got to look that up. I might stop there. Yeah, because I usually go to the city, but now I got to go to Jersey. What do you mean you missed them, Roxanne? What, did you give them away? Thank you, Joe. Way to drop the links. Oh, 5 minutes from Absolutely Fish. Ah, see, that's the thing. I like to get the job done early so I can go to the fish store afterward on the way back. And sometimes I get so frustrated because we're stuck on the job, and I'm looking, and I'm like, the fish store is going to be closed by the time this thing by this time this thing by the time we're done, and they don't stay open a day. Oh, is that the 55-gallon you were talking about, or did you have another tank explode? Where's the fish hut again? A 180-gallon. Oh, don't we all need a 180-gallon? Which is that the same tank you mentioned it broke, the 55-gallon? Or is it another tank? I still got a leaking 5-gallon downstairs. I keep putting a stupid little bit of water in all the time. The delay was awful. I don't know what to say. I don't know why it gets like that. Did a scorpion at PetSmart? Joe, really? I've never seen one in mine. It was the 55 that broke. Oh, Swampy Acres has them. I like Swampy Acres. He's a nice guy. Oh, so that was just recent. I didn't get that part. Oh my God. How did it break? Where did it break? The bottom? The front glass? Did it just blow out or was it a slow leak? I've had slow leaks. I've never had a blowout, like where the whole glass just blew. Hey, Joe, I've seen the tarantula around here, but I've never seen the scorpions. Maybe that's a Western thing. I've never seen the scorpions here in any of the places. I've seen them in the pet stores, like, the mom and pop stores, but not in the Petco or the PetSmart. No, I can't get one of those. I'm too scared because of the dog. God forbid it gets out and the dog tries to eat it. The bottom gave out on the carpet. Which, well, let me guess, wood floor underneath too, right? Oh, wow. Oh, that's got to be the worst. The bottom going out because it just everything falls out at once. Oh my God, I could just imagine that. Like at least if the side pops, sometimes the water will stop halfway and it leaks out a little slow. But were you home when it happened? Jack's Aquariums. Yes, I built every one of my stands except for two. Oh, it's only 10 minutes from Absolutely Fish? And Global Fish goes in the air. Oh, wow. All right. I might have to make a trip of that. That's a really old house. 267 years. It's older than the Revolution, I think, if my mind does it. Or it's darn close. I can't do math on the fly like this. Centipede, tarantula, or scorpion? I would probably go with centipede just because you have cats. Because you said they're pretty aggressive. Because I could see a tarantula or a scorpion, like your cat trying to mess with it, and there's a problem. Oh, I got to check out Fish Hut. I got to check out both these places. Roxanne, were you home when it happened? Did you hear it? I remember Joey made that video where his tank popped, and you could hear it. Well, he didn't make the video, but it was he has the camera, the surveillance camera. That pop was so loud. Bob, you have wild scorpions in Tennessee? I've been to Tennessee. What is that town, Bob? It's Bristol, right? Bristol is the border of Tennessee, I think, in South Carolina or something like that. It's right down the middle of the town. And everybody hangs out in the mall parking lot, from what I remember. I think that's Bristol, Tennessee. I might be wrong, but I think that's it. I went down there for work when I was young. Bergen County, New Jersey. I've been there. I've been all over New Jersey. You watched your cat eat spiders and centipedes. Yeah. Your cat, I believe that 100%. Scorpions in Florida? Oh, I wouldn't have thought that. I thought they like dry desert type shit. Oh, Joe, what are those really scary things in Afghanistan? They're not scorpions. It's some other kind of weird kind of thing. I don't know. What was it? I think we talked about it the other day. Roxanne, you were home sleeping. You heard a pop. The water and the cat ran. I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have just sat there and stared at it for a minute, because what can you really do? Now, do you have people living underneath you? Yes, camel spiders. 100% camel spiders. Those things. I don't want to wake up with that thing on my face. No, not the opium fields. All right, we got to protect those. That's where the good stuff comes from. Roxanne, do you have people living underneath you? Where did all the water go? Yeah, I would have cried too. I would have cried too. I would just imagine what Buster would have done. Oh my! Did you at least save the fish though, right? Just the pictures make me want to have nightmares. Yeah, exactly. There's certain of nature's creatures that are just really just, I don't know, they're creepy looking. They're a little scary. I mean, yeah, not that they're gonna do anything to you, but they're. You've seen centipedes destroy camel spiders? Okay, so there's just you there. Thank God. Imagine if you had, Roxanne, imagine if you had neighbors living underneath you as 55 gallons goes like into their apartment. Oh my God. Oh, that's a shame. And now I'm worried about my 55-gallon tank. Knock on. I've had one of these for 25 years. I don't know. Knock on wood. But at least I'm in the basement. I got the concrete floor. Worst comes to worst, I'll throw the carpet out. And Joe, you should get a centipede and feed it camel spiders. They do tank talk again? I thought they stopped doing tank talk for a while. I thought they stopped doing that for a while. Who else has had a tank break? Anybody else in here have a tank break? I've had leaks. I've never had them explode. Oh, all right. Then I mean, it's terrible, but at least you had the fish out of there and everything. That's not bad. What does it do? Doesn't do nothing. Okay. You just had a 55 break? Where? Where was it? It'd say the garage or something. It's when you got them in the living room that's a real, or the bedroom. It's a real problem. Joe, no, you've never had a tank break. You just had the top of the thing get smashed. Oh my! I hate when that happens. Look at this. I'm scaping a new tank, and I left my rocks at the local fish store on a scale. Ah, see, that's why I gave my local fish store my phone number, and we're friends on Facebook. And he likes this. He likes to tease me whenever he gets something new, and I get a little picture of it on Facebook, or I get a little video of it. It's like the crack dealer showing you what he's got. A dent over a crawl space. Oh, I mean, it could be worse than that. Yeah, Lorcan. Don't worry about it. Thank you for chiming in and setting, telling us some things about the Titanic and life in Ireland. Yeah, that sucks. What it depends on what. Wow, it's late, so obviously you're not going to the store now. Now you got to go back to the store tomorrow, and you're going to end up buying something else too, probably. Oh, Cichlids 23, you're in a second floor apartment. Yeah, look, the kid that was in here before, he's on the third floor. Colin's on the third floor, and he's got some, he's got a 75 up there. Yours cracked when your son had music cranked in my studio. The vibration. Oh wow. Oh my God. I would want to choke my kids for doing that. Bob had a 55 go out several months ago. Had a 180 not set up on the dining room floor. Oh, that's pretty good though. That's pretty good. Oh, the air bladder issues. I got a green spot pupper now that I think his swim bladder's all messed up. I don't know what to do for him. You're not allowed to use CO2 because it can't explode. Oh, I was Jack's Aquariums. I was telling people I forgot who did it. It might have been Corey. I'm thinking it was Corey from Aquarium Co-op. He did a video about the DIY CO2 the guy used in Chinatown. It's basically a water bottle suction cupped upside down, and he takes the canned CO2 air that you get, the canned CO2, and he just fills that up. I mean, there's no problems with it. These plants are amazing over there, and it just leaks out. And then as you see it disappear, he just puts more in. He doesn't need the big tank like that. Pantera, my friend Lori knows the people in Pantera and the people in Slayer, like personally. You remember that, Joe, from a long time ago? Yes, you saw that video. Yeah, I've been to that store. And that's what the guy does. He doesn't have the big tanks or any of that stuff. Chattanooga Edge is gonna go. Nice. At least that saves you a trip. Yeah, it seemed to work easy, and you didn't need all the. Oh, he wants the link again. All right. Let's see. I think I still got it. No, I'm still trying to figure out when I want to do the live streams. I'm kind of liking the 9:30 on Saturday night because Friday night I think everybody's pounded out from. Yeah, Joe, why don't you jump on in? Please do. Please do. Normally, I probably got to learn how to like wrap these up in a timely fashion, but you know, I'm still trying to get all the kinks out and all that stuff. So, you know, I don't know. And I talk a lot. Oh, I can do a fish room tour. I have to set up to do that because I'm in my kitchen right now, my living room, and my fish room is down in the basement. And I'm on the laptop. Next time, what I was going to do is set up the camera down there. I was just getting feedback before. I'm trying to still figure this out. Ricky, I saw it and I had to watch it. I told everybody, I'm behind on watching everybody's videos because I had a rough day at work. I'm like 12 hours behind. Go ahead, join. I can put up to 10 people on this thing now. Yeah, everybody, you guys join because I want to go to the. I want to use the bathroom real quick. So just there we go. There's one.
Oh, I'm in.
There we go. There's one. How you doing? You back?
Yeah, I'm back. Was busy.
What time is it there? Don't you have school tomorrow? What's
no.
up, Joe?
Hey, how's it going, Benny?
How you doing, brother? How you doing? You back?
Yeah,
All right. Whoever speakers are on, you got to turn your speakers down. What's up, Joe?
Hey, how's it going, Benny?
How you doing, brother?
Which one is it?
Easy. All right. There we go.
Yeah, it's me. I got all the links up for moderating, so I think you're gonna have to get another moderator now, Benny.
We'll live.
We'll live. No more
live. All right, here we got another one. Here we go.
Hey,
all right.
Derek. How's it going, Derek?
Right. Do me a favor. Three guys, talk about something fishy. Make everybody happy. I have to pee for 1 second.
All right. So, what kind of fish do you have, Colton? I haven't been to your channel yet.
Yeah, so I have a clown knifefish. I have an Oscar.
Nice.
I have a pleco, and then I have 4 glow tetras, and then 1 shark. It's like those red tail sharks or something. And then I'm gonna start breeding guppies.
Nice. Oh,
yeah, you?
Black ghost knifefish, you said?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I've always wanted one of those, man.
Yeah. So right now
I just have an African cichlid tank. You can probably see it behind me.
Yeah. I've always wanted to African cichlid. Just I don't want to like be scooping out dead bodies. You know what I mean? Because they don't live very long.
Luckily, I haven't had that issue in the last, I would say, last 6 months. But I've had that issue a lot because I've had this tank for about 2.5 years, and
that is wrong. There's always somebody that will watch. You just got to get started.
Yeah, if you've seen some fish stores, they have like semi-aggressive or arowanas, but they have African cichlids as the most aggressive fish in there. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. So, Vinny, in one of your updates on like all of your fish, it said that you had a arowana.
I got 3.
Yeah. What size tanks are they in?
I'll be honest. It depends on how big it is when you first get it.
Yeah.
And whatever it is, you just plan on. You're gonna have to go bigger, no matter what it is. Eventually, you're gonna have to go bigger, no matter what it is. Like I start out small, and I just keep. And like the one I have, the biggest one I have now, I got to start thinking about what I'm gonna do. I got about another month or 2. No. I mean, he's not growing like tremendously fast, but he's growing at a point where in about a month or 2, I'm going to figure either I got to build a custom tank down there because I can't get a big tank down the wall, but I can bring all pre-cut plexiglass and build it right there in a spot, or I'm going to have to give him away. Which either way, and then I just take one of the other ones that's smaller and put him in that place and keep repeating the process. I don't mind giving him away. I mean, the way my work works is I ship stuff all over the country all the time. It's very like your sign, the sign I'm going to make for your kid. I'm just going to put it on the UPS thing, and they're going to bring it right to you. And you're just going to sign for it. You're going to call it a day. Same thing with the fish. I would just do it overnight. I would just put it in a giant cooler, a big cooler. I ship boxes that are, 20 feet long, 5 feet tall. I ship giant signs in there. So to me to put it in a big container and probably a styrofoam big container. And just I'll send it to Ohio Fish Rescue. You know,
Right?
maybe they'll mention me. Be
They
nice.
they are super good with their fish there.
Oh,
So
I
you see
love
Jack's
that
Aquarium's
pond.
comment?
Which one? The one I put up?
Yeah,
Do
the
you
one
have
you
any?
put up, the one you highlighted.
Do I have any tips on gaining subs? I do, but they're just going to take them away from you in the middle of the night, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really
That
matter.
happened to me a lot.
You know,
Yeah,
the
all of
the
us.
main thing though is if you start commenting other people's pages, people are going to start seeing you.
Yeah,
That's
so
like the
basically,
beginner tip. I don't know how long Jack's Aquariums has been around though.
yeah.
But that's the first tip. The second tip is joining live streams, and then the third tip is having your own live streams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
Just don't be shy.
Start.
This whole thing is a lot about just making friends and
Literally
word of
is.
mouth and stuff like that. Don't be shy. Don't ever feel like I can't say this or I gotta, no, just do what you're doing now, basically.
And his
Yeah,
last name is Aquarium, so he should be fine.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
If you were Jack's tips and tricks, you might have a problem.
You might as well throw it up.
Yeah.
Throw it in the towel,
Yeah.
man.
But,
I mean, like,
but you should be fine. Go ahead.
yeah, like, so I went to, so Vinny subscribed to me, he started talking to me, right? And I joined your live stream, which that got me up about 15 subscribers. And then, like, people just started to subscribe because, like, I started, like, talking more, if you know what I mean? Instead of just staying in my own little YouTube channel.
That's another thing. It takes a long time to get comfortable. It
Yeah.
takes a long time, and even now, I know I still got a long way to go. It takes time. Don't ever think you're gonna like just all of a sudden put out one video and you're gonna be Shane Dawson or something all of a sudden.
Yeah, you can have that one video that gets so many thousands of views, but it doesn't mean you're gonna get subscribers.
Subscribers are building relationship to me. I said the word.
Yeah.
I keep saying the word. Whatever.
But yeah, I think I met
you know what I'm
Derek
saying.
about a month ago, and I've noticed Derek, he does so many live streams, and I'm like, man, he's on all the time.
Besides, it's fun
much.
just hanging out too. I mean, especially now during the whole lockdown stuff.
Yeah.
We can't go out and hang.
My own channel is I just hang out.
We can't go out and hang. This is like us all being at a bar together, except for you, kid. You're too young. We'd have to go to like a TGI Fridays or something. Put you in the young section.
Hey, McDonald's.
Jack, you can always email me with questions or hit me up on Instagram.
Oh, you have Instagram?
we always what?
You have Instagram?
Yeah, I don't really know how to use it too good, but that's what I was trying to say. If you want to message me, it's easier to message me because my email, besides the emails I get for the Vinny's Aquatics things, just all the spam and crap email you get all day long.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you get me on Instagram, I'll see that.
All
Even
right.
though Thursday morning, I look at my Instagram and I got a message from Royal Fish Aquatics asking me if I wanted to be on his Wednesday night, the night before the show that I missed with Fishy Biz and all that.
Yeah.
That would have been fun. So I'm talking to them guys about trying to do something else. To be honest, I don't really get people sharing my vids.
Really?
I don't. Maybe once or twice, but I don't. It's pretty much just me trying to go out there.
Yeah.
But my personality is a little weird.
It's
Yes, definitely, Bob. Comment on other vids, like and subscribe. That's basically the best thing you can do.
Jack,
I don't think until you get over a certain amount that you get pushed out there enough. Where you got to go for the first 1,000, you got to go make it. You got to do it all yourself. I think once you get past that a little bit, they push you a little bit more. And then once you get to 20,000 or some crazy thing like that, then you end up in everybody's notifications, and you're all.
But one of the main things if you're new is you got to make sure your subscriptions are non-private so they can see that you subscribe to them.
Yeah.
Well, I leave mine non-private.
Yeah, but by default, when you start, it's private. I'm pretty sure.
Got a T-bone.
You got to go in and do quite a few settings.
Yeah,
just to be able to do
full quality too when you upload.
Just to be able to do custom uploads, you got to go in and mess with it. T-Bone, how you doing, brother?
T-Bone.
I started YouTube like
Oh.
like a year ago. Just started to take it seriously like last month though.
Well, that's another thing. You got to be consistent. You can't put out 3 videos 1 month, take a month off. And Cam, I just want to interrupt you for 1 second. It says right here, it says always self-promote. Actually, that one can get you in trouble. That one can get you in a lot of trouble with YouTube. They do not like you self-promoting yourself. They don't like that. Watch yourself, because you'll start leave some comments where you go like, "Hey, I did this for you. Go check me out." No. You can't do that. You be really careful with that. You gotta speak Latin and kind of phrase it the right way. Like, hey, new member of the family. Some people use that "let's connect" thing.
Yeah, what I do is I just say I'm trying to reach this amount of subscribers, and then I like say that I want to do this.
Dangerous.
Depends how many times you do it. If you do it 2 or 3 times with about 25 minutes in between, you'll probably be all right. But if you bang 10 people in a row with that, go look. Your comments will be gone.
Yep.
To wipe it right away. That's why you lose some pineapple sometimes, because they go back and do that. They go back and they take it away.
That person's very supportive. So if you subscribe to him, he'll return the support.
Right.
Ooh, I like Off the Deep End Aquatics. He built a tank in his basement. Was it glass or plexi? Because I'm going to use plexi.
Plexiglass?
Yeah, I'm going to use acrylic if I build it. I'm going to get 3/4 inch acrylic and build it just a friggin'
Nice.
Listen, if I want to go buy a 300-gallon tank that I can't fit down there out of glass, I mean, I get the plastic at a discount. I get it for wholesale prices. Yeah, and I can get Lexan, I could get anything.
Cool.
So because I build signs, I use plastic and LEDs all the time. I have enough LEDs. I can light up everybody in here.
Sales Furs and Fins, how you doing?
Oh, hello.
Hey, Derek, you're in Mississippi, right?
That's Chubbs' partner.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Are you near the river?
Testing my memory.
I've been down there.
That is
beautiful. That river's beautiful.
Yeah, the town I live on is like right on the river.
They got a lot of bull sharks, though, right? Or not too many, but they go there.
I don't know. I've heard there's bull sharks in the Mississippi, but I've never swam in it.
My dog thinks he's a bull shark. He likes to. Oh, look, we're adding a celebrity to the stream. There we go, Big J.
Hey, Big J.
What's up, guys?
Ooh,
yeah, Big J's
nice to see you, brother.
Red tail.
Oh, see somebody showing some fish. There we go. Now I'm just looking.
I mean, if I can offer one piece of advice to Jack, is that don't get on here to be famous. Get on here to have fun, because you're going to have a lot more fun. You're not going to be as stressed, and you're not going to be as worried.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Joseph's Tropical Tanks. What I have to do is you have to figure out every piece of plexi is basically going to come in a 4x8. So you want to optimize your 4x8. So you can go 8x2. Then you need 2, 3. It depends on how many sheets you need. The 2 sides. It's all how you can optimize that plexi.
Yeah.
But you got to work it out. Like that's what I got to do. I got to sit down and work it out. What's the bottom going to be? What's that going to be? I got to figure it out so I maximize the amount of sheets I need, because it is expensive. I'm not gonna lie, it's expensive.
That's what I'll do. We're here to share this hobby that we all share, or other hobbies.
RB Animal's about to hit the hay, he said, Vinny.
Hey, I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, Ricky.
Hey,
right.
his live stream's at 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah,
I want to see that update.
I asked him about his green snake. I'm not sure if I saw his response, but yeah, his green snake apparently escaped.
That's probably link on phone instead of computer. Okay.
Yeah, I upgraded so I can fit 10 people up here now.
That's awesome.
Ditch day. Oh, I wanted to be able to put pictures and stuff in the background, and I got really tired of seeing that powered by StreamYard and then StreamYard and then StreamYard everywhere. I mean, they could put it once. They don't got to put it 3 times on this stupid thing.
Yeah.
Jack's Aquariums. Keep in touch, brother.
Good night.
All right.
Jack's
Good
Aquariums.
night, Jack.
Oh, look at that.
Just checking out
You
Jack's
guys-
Aquarium's like YouTube channel right now.
You guys with your plants. How do I?
Where's Jack's Aquariums? Where did he say he was in? I can't. New Jersey, I think.
How do I do it?
I think he said New Jersey. So.
How do I make? I'm trying to think.
Oh gosh, sorry.
Mhm.
Bless you.
So you can put up to 10 people now. You said, Vinny?
Yeah, I can fit 10 people.
Because I think normally it's 8 people, which is quite a bit.
I think. Well, I think the free
Oh,
one
yeah,
you
nothing
limit it
gets
to
past
6.
Andy, Bob.
Yeah, the free one you can only do 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look there. Look what I did. Look, tank.
That's cool.
That's a nice tank.
Yeah.
That's yours, Vince?
Ooh. No, this is Big J.
Oh, Big J.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
Big
Big
J.
They
J.
sounded like.
Yeah, he just hit 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I saw they yo-yoed Big J up and down for a couple of days there. They yo-yoed him.
Oh yeah, and they
Hey, why
still
would- why
are.
would
They
that
still
be?
are. They like I'm just at like I got up to 1,010. Then it kicked me down to 999.
Again?
Then I went back up to 1,004. Then I went back down to 999. Then back to 1,006. Then now I'm sitting at 1,004, and I've been there for a few days.
Oh my God! Listen,
That's no surprise the way they do it. But I
Joe.
saw you at 999, Big J, and that's when I subbed.
yeah, but Joe, remember you were trying to do it and it wouldn't let you sub to him?
I actually have those pictures still where it was at 999 and I subbed him, and it still said 999.
We were
That's
texting,
horrible.
Big J. We were texting each other, and he goes, "I'm gonna hit the thing for him to make him 1,000 again."
Yeah, I still
And he
have.
said, "I'm hitting this, and it's not doing it." And I went and looked online, and it just he was hitting the button, and it wasn't. Your thing was staying where it was. It's ridiculous. It's like they were removing it instantly.
Yeah, it's like they didn't want me to get to 1,000, but hey, it's cool because I guess YouTube acknowledged me today because I could go live from my phone anytime on YouTube now,
Nice.
and
Awesome.
I got my community tab.
Nice. So you can start
Cool.
doing those tabs now.
Did they still
Yeah,
send
I
out?
guess.
Did they still send out the little button? I thought they sent out a button for 1,000.
No, the
I don't
You
know.
find out in a couple weeks, Vinny.
Like a little. They used to sell. It's a little cheesy one. It's not like the nice one. There's a little silver play button or something they would send to you when you got 1,000.
Yeah.
No, I think
I
they
wanna-
sent
I'm
out
not too sure.
10,000 or
We'll see. We'll see.
100,000. I forget.
I think once you get to, that's what I'm thinking in my head because I'm real close and they've been like I picked up 6 yesterday, I lost 5, and I'm just going. So I'm just figuring it's going to take me another 3 weeks, which should only take 2 weeks or a week. But once I hit 1,000, I'm not going to really feel like I have 1,000 until I'm at like 1,020 because they're going to do to me exactly what they did to you.
Yeah.
Don't know, Bob.
Oh,
Things on the delay again.
I think it's sick. That's a Beischer, right?
Yeah.
that is beautiful.
I've always
And you
wanted
say
to
it
get one.
Beischer or Beitcher?
Yeah, Beischer.
Yeah, I say Beischer.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
what
don't
is
know.
that
We were talking about it earlier. I said nothing gets past candy.
I do want to get a dat
Oh,
noise.
Oscar's nice.
Nice tank. Plant looks great.
Yeah, they've been doing that to everybody. Everybody I talk to, they've been doing it to.
Yeah.
Back there, you
Right.
can kind of see the tail of that catfish swimming.
Yeah.
He's back there hiding.
Oh, okay.
The new one I
Oh,
just
that
posted a
sucks,
video
Bob.
about.
Mhm.
So, Predatory Fins sent that to you?
Well, I got it from a buddy that got it for me from Predatory Fins.
Nice.
Cool.
Are you on the East Coast too, Big J?
No, I'm in California.
Okay.
Oh,
That's a long.
uh,
Oh,
I love that pupper. What kind of pupper is that?
that
That's
porcupine.
the Fahaka.
Exactly. He's a little bit darker colored than my Pahaka. He's got those
Are
red
the
eyes.
Are the
Nice.
Pahakas freshwater?
Yeah,
Yes, 100% fresh water.
that's why I got mine too. How big is yours?
He's probably about 3 inches.
Yeah, that's about the same size mine is. It's about the same size. They're so. I love that fish. Does
Oh
he have the
yeah,
red?
he's one of my favorites right here.
Has he got the red eyes, the little red part around his eyes too? Oh.
Yeah, he's got the goldish reddish like.
I had to
Yeah.
order mine. I special ordered mine
Where's
from my
all
fish
my
store.
family unsubscribed, Big J? What do you mean?
I think he's joking. Because of all the subs that we lose.
Oh yeah.
It's
Hey, Vinny,
crazy.
how much is it to upgrade
hit that
the
spot.
the
Oh
StreamYard
shit,
thing?
talkies!
Or it's my internet.
I just broke the lid in my tank.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
crap.
Oh shit.
Dang, Vinny
That
better
happened to
refund
me.
you.
I think Joe's cat did it.
No, I think Vinny's
broke.
live stream did it.
Whoopsie!
I broke 2 this week. 2
But
lids.
that's gonna be the next conspiracy. Who broke Big J's tank?
Next week's topic.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Everybody tune in.
We got to
Darn
do
it.
a Patreon for Big J.
That's okay.
I'm thinking about
Is that
I'm
plastic
thinking
or
about doing
glass?
Oh, it's a glass one.
There we go. My
It
internet.
ain't no big deal. It's just a lid. I could get another one from work for $10.
Oh, you see,
not like
you
it's a
actually
filter.
you go to work every day. That's got to be so cool. Like, you know.
Yeah, I have all these tanks, and then I go to work and take care of all those tanks.
Yeah, but do you get a hookup?
Oh yeah, I get a hookup. That's why I got all these cool fish.
Exactly. There you go. That's what I'm talking. It's worth it. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Look at the tail on that one.
Stuff home.
Oh my goodness.
That's
How many tanks you got running all together?
63,
Wow.
and then I got a pile of empty ones right there.
Dang.
Nice.
Okay,
I wish I
63.
had that
You got me by far there, my friend. Ooh. So what's it like on water change day?
What's that?
What's it like on water change day for 63 tanks?
No, it's actually not that bad. I do most of it all on Monday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it does a 2-hour stream.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Duh. I watched. I didn't know you could do all 63 though.
Well, all my outside tubs, I don't
Okay.
do water change. I don't do water changes on those. Those are
Those are
all
nice,
natural. The only thing I do is top them off. They're all natural ecosystem. I let nature do its thing. But the cool thing is I have tested the water multiple times with my master test kit, and the water always tests perfect.
Mm.
But like I only do limited feeding on those outside tubs. I think I feed them probably twice a week.
Oh, okay.
You know, and so and a lot of it is all the green water and the mosquito larvae that they're eating. Oh, look, he came out there. That's who I was looking for.
Oh. Is that a crebensis?
That's a dwarf cichlid, right?
Yep.
Look at the color on that tail. That is so nice. Oh,
What's your guys' like
Come on.
dream tank?
Nice fish.
What's that? That's like your dream tank, you said?
No,
Nice.
I said, what is your guys' dream tank?
He's
Oh,
got
what
all
is my dream
63 of
tank?
them. He's got 63 of them.
Yeah, you probably already have it. Probably already has
You
it.
know, I mean,
Somewhere where I could go swimming with them all.
Yeah.
Put them
like
all in one big tank and go swimming with them all.
that's why I like
Talk
that
to Pharaoh,
pool
know
that
someone.
OFR has. That big pool they have where you
Right.
can go swimming with the Arapaima and the gar and all that.
Yeah.
OFR, I love that.
You
I
know
would
my
love to do
dream
that.
tank.
Is building an empire.
My dream
Yeah.
tank
Blake's exotic
is med
animal.
marijuana.
I
What
went by
happened?
several displays.
What'd you
Somewhat
say?
of my dream
ranging from
tank, but it's
75
My
not
dream tank
complete.
prime med marijuana.
Watch. I'll be back. I'm gonna do this for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you guys my. It's the beginning of my dream tank. The dream tank in progress because it's a grow out of all my dream fish, and it's gonna kind of look like, but in a move dog.
Aquarium Treasures. I know Malik's water garden. I'm friends with Malik. Why? He's
Here
pretty
we go.
cool. All right, I'm gonna put you.
Oh, nice.
Bam.
That's sick.
That's nice.
Is that a what kind of catfish is that? Oh, red tail, yeah.
Red tail, and I got a double nose.
And
Look
that's
at
a tiger
that. Look at
shovel
the
nose right
patterns
there.
on that one.
Yeah, it's
That one's got such beautiful patterns on it. Oh my god.
wow.
You know what's dumb about pet stores is that they sell these small fish that need bigger like tanks than that they actually say. Because like they will like sell you like an Oscar and put it in a 10-gallon.
Did
It's
you
not
notice
that bad here, though.
they also sell tanks too?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I've noticed here is they don't sell fish bowls that much anymore here,
Yeah.
which is good.
Over where I live, they're still selling half-gallon beta fish tanks in bowls without filters or anything, no
Ugh.
bubbler, and then they die instantly.
Where's this
I can't
internet?
keep like beta fish alive because I tried
Oh, look
once
at that big
and
boy.
then it died right away. pH was good and everything. Just I don't know. I bet it, but I couldn't keep it
God
alive,
only
so
knows
I don't
what
do
kind of
beta fish anymore.
parasites or whatever they got in them too. Oh, look at that growing right
Right.
out.
Nice.
I feel like the glow fish, they're basically just experiments. It's honestly sad.
But listen, think about it. They do that, and then restaurants throw fish away at the end of the day if people don't eat it. You know,
Right.
it still ends up the same way. It's still a dead fish that no one used.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
donated my
Yeah.
fish to a restaurant in their tank.
You're kidding.
Yeah, that
Oh,
tank was
yeah.
nice though.
Yeah,
That
that's
was a really nice
tank.
tank for a restaurant.
They've been around for
Oh,
they've been around for a while now.
Yeah,
that looks
don't let me
nice.
do it tonight, is it?
I like that tiger shovel nose catfish.
Yeah, that little guy.
Pretty.
The little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a little guy, only about 36 inches.
That's nice. How about did you buy it small and it grew, or you got it big?
He was that
Yeah.
big when I bought him.
Wow.
How long did it take?
I've had him for
Okay.
about 4 years.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
No,
At least
but
it's-
I have them on a scheduled diet, so they're not like because of I need to get a bigger property for them.
yeah.
So I don't want to feed them every day and get them
I do
as
this-
large as they can be.
I do the same thing with my arowanas right now. I do them every other day, like they're in nature, and because you can bulk them like a football player. You can bulk these things up really fast if you want to.
Yep, by feeding them every day. But right now, like I got all these catfish and well, not the Oscars. I feed the Oscars pellets all the time, but the catfish get fed their tilapia every 3 days.
That's what I do.
You can see,
I
and
do
you
it
can
every
see
2 days.
he's not he's a very
Very
healthy fish.
They're not skinny. They're well. It's just you can really bulk. Like my arowanas are nice sizes. You're nice and thick, but you know, if I feed it every day, he's just gonna bulk up like he's on steroids.
That's a really pretty Oscar there.
Yeah, she's sleeping down there.
Mm-hmm.
How big is that one? It's hard to tell. What is that? 12 inches?
She's probably about 12. Yeah.
Nice.
I have a couple Oscars now. That's the thing.
She's a big girl.
I know eventually we're gonna have to rehome some of our fish, but this pool idea that everybody's using is really seems to work good.
This was the best $77 ever spent.
What?
Yep, $77.
77? Still, that's nice. How many gallons?
I thought you said $7.
almost 600. It's almost 600 if it was full all the way to the top. But as you see, right now it's quite low. I do need to add some water. You can kind of tell I usually keep the water line about right here.
You get a lot of evaporation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a ton of evaporation.
And it's outside on an enclosed front porch.
Oh.
It's all screened in, but it's got a roof, and there's the front door to my house. See, wipe your paws.
Good eye fish.
Look at that, though. I see a lot of people using these now. It's such a smart alternative. I mean, you got.
And I use sponge filters, and then I have the big canister filter.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Is that like the Sunnyside filter or something like that?
It's the
Sunshine.
The large Sunshine, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I modified it so it's not what originally comes in it. So it actually is modified to filter probably 2 times this amount of water of what I built inside of there.
Nice.
Because it has 4 trays, but I have an extra layer on the very bottom of bio rings. And then I have the sponges, filter floss, more sponge, coarser sponge, another filter floss. Yeah, so that's one reason why I have all these monsters in here and my water is crystal clear.
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder why it was so crystal clear all the time.
So
yeah, because
I have a question.
Because this is upgraded like majorly, and it has enough filtration to like I said, to probably do about 1,000 gallons.
So you probably run about 450 in there normally? 450 gallons probably?
Yeah, probably about 4. I usually tell people around 500.
That's a nice size, man. It's for 70 for under $100.
7 foot by 5 foot.
Especially for the cats. You don't need that high.
It's perfect for the catfish.
Yeah, that's great for them. Like if I put an arowana in one of those, I'd be afraid it's going to jump out immediately.
I tried that. I tried putting a black arowana. You see that guy right there? The big guy?
Yeah.
He hunted him and ate him. Well,
I want a black arowana so bad. Those are so beautiful.
It was like an 18-inch black arowana.
And see, that's the thing. Sometimes you put big fish in with big fish thinking they're going to be all right, and then all of a sudden the big fish just chomps down on it. I see that on our car too.
Well, it's like when you get a fish as big as that one over there, that tiger shovel nose, and he wants to hunt something, any one of those fish right there.
Some people don't understand how aggressive catfish are.
Oh yeah, they're if they want to eat something, they're going to eat it. Simple as that.
My friend he put his hamster in bullhead for like a day because he was over at my house. He has like a bunch of tanks and all, and so he got a tiger oscar. He put it in my 20-gallon tank, and then
sorry to hear that, Bob.
Bullhead just started picking on it.
Bob says I lost 12. I lost a 12-inch sever. I'm like, oh.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Man, Bob, that sucks. I feel you, man. That sucks.
Yeah, those are beautiful fish.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a couple that I've had for a while. One of them's yellow. The colors are amazing.
I'm gonna show you guys the video or fish of a video I just posted earlier today. I don't know if you guys seen it yet. Some people have seen it. Let's see if he's out and about though. Oh yeah, he is. There he is, right there.
I don't know. If
you guys want to see more and you guys want to see him eating, go check out my video.
Yeah, everybody go check his. Somebody dropped the link. All the moderators are in here. What exactly is that though?
That is a marbled goby.
I thought it was a goby because I did a rescue on a jade goby, but he's not. This one's more colorful and has more of a pattern on it than the jade one.
Yeah, he's more marbled. It's the angle he's sitting at. he wants some food. He's looking at me like, "Are you gonna feed me? If
Oh,
not,
they
I'm gonna." He's like, "If not, I'm gonna eat one of your cichlids." Not really. They're all too big and they're all too aggressive. They won't go.
Whatever he
Good
can fit in his
fish
mouth, he's
adventures.
gonna try.
You have a good
Oh
night.
yeah, he will. But yeah. Oh, I know. But as you can see, these guys are all quite big.
Oh, that one's nice. Yeah, you're
My wife is
fishing
really
nice and
car.
fat.
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, not everybody's fishing nice and fat. You know what I mean? And they got a nice shape to them.
Yeah, this is Big J's Fish Keeper, so all my fish are big too. We like to eat around here.
There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, look at that one. What are you using for a substrate in there?
That is the black diamond blasting sand mixed with some the Eco Complete stuff, the Planet substrate, the black stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon soil.
I hear
That
so
black-
many good things about that. It looks so cool too, though.
You got some
No,
snail
no,
shells in
there's
there,
snails.
or clam shells, or what? Okay.
There is a lot of snail shells, yes. All that stuff is dead. Mystery. I threw a whole bunch of
Okay.
mystery snails in here a long time ago, and there's still a few, but as you can see, there is several empty shells. The cichlids like to snack on them.
Yeah, I have tons of them in my puffer tank.
I'm not lacking mystery snails though.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. All right, I don't know.
oh wow. All right.
Oh, here's a good pile.
Hey, Anthony.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Got guppies.
Those are really nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I gotta
got a
upgrade
couple-
my guppy game.
Couple nice shrimp.
Woo!
Oh, nice cherry shrimp. Or yeah.
Yeah. This is a mixture of a little bit of everything in here, but right now it looks like the only guys out are the cherry shrimp. But I got cherries, yellows, blues.
Snails moving back there.
Oh yeah, I got snails everywhere. Look inside that plant right there. They're just
Mm.
I love how active the floor is in there.
Yeah, it's nice.
You got the snails moving around. You got the shrimp jumping around.
I love snails. I wish I could put snails in my tank.
Yeah. Good luck. I have snails now in the freaking pond water tank, but somebody told me something to do. I forget. I know I have something to do to clean the snails so I can feed them to my dogs.
There's the yellow one, right? Oh, where's that? Where's that?
You gotta soak them in something.
There it is.
Right.
Okay.
I forget.
Nice.
Yeah, you got to soak them in something. I forgot what she said. I keep thinking potato in the side of my head, and I don't think it's really a potato.
A potato roots.
Potato
I
starch.
gotta ask her again.
Or was it? No, it's I can't remember what it is.
Now those are all real plants too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an orange one back there. You guys see that one?
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
Yeah.
It's the thing with shrimp. If you can't get them to breed, then it's just gonna be a money pit for these little shrimp. I'm terrible at breeding stuff.
I got so many little tiny babies swimming in here, but they're all little tiny and they're still clear. I can't even tell if they're cherry or if they're going to be cherries or yellow because I only seen my cherries and my my yellow ones that were buried. As you can see, I got quite a bit of cherries in here. There's a little shrimp swimming around right there. See it swimming?
When you start a tank like that, how many do you start out with?
I just got a whole bunch. I ended up getting like 10 cherries, and then I ended up getting like 4 blue ones, 3 yellow ones, and 3 orange ones. And then now I have a whole bunch, and somehow I ended up getting a brown one in here.
Do you have to do anything special, like for those
The
shrimp?
the tank needed to be well matured, like well seasoned. It needed to be set up for a while. And then now I don't do I don't do water changes on this tank. And then when I top off in this tank, I only top off with RO water.
Oh, all right. See, that's okay. Yeah, that makes sense too.
Yeah, that would look good at HC.
And I test the water, and every now and then it's a little high on nitrates. But then I that's why I usually top off with the RO, and I test it, and it's usually fine. But oh wait, there's this one's kind of cool right here. Dang, I can't. It's hard to do this when you look at that.
Oh, what's that?
There
How
it
long
is.
can Vinny go? I don't know.
Oh, look, I'm looking at the man's tanks right now. I'm definitely gonna watch this.
Oh, I got all kinds of tanks. There's a baby shrimp on the wall. You guys see that little tiny dot moving?
See, that's what I want to try. I gotta do it right. The problem is up here, they bang you quite a bit for each one of those little shrimp. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to order them online. I feel guilty ordering them online because I try to go to my fish store all the time so they can. Oh, where's the little puppy? Oh my God!
Being a lazy dog getting in my way, right in the walkway, right where they always are, just right in the walkway.
Oh, that's a pretty dog, though. What's the dog's name?
His name's Nightmare. Or Nightmare. Hi.
Yeah, look at it. Looks so vicious.
Oh yeah, he's a big baby. Oh, look at you. You just a big baby? Come on. Hi.
Hey, doggy.
All right, move it, buddy. All right, and then I'll come and show you guys the cool tank.
Moderator, friend, and co-host.
HC Aqua, I would go with a fully planted tank.
Fully planted, of course.
Now you doing saltwater too?
Yep.
Some jungle val, crips, area. Just a little bit of everything.
Those. Yeah, I seen that crab. That's the crab, right? I forget the name of it.
Yeah.
Arrow crab.
Yes, I seen those. I seen those in the store in Greenwich.
Yeah, they have them at Petco here.
Wow, how do they get there?
Really?
Dude, I'll do a pet store too or a Petco here eventually, but they have some really nice saltwater fish. You saw my last video, Vinny. Like,
yeah.
A lot of those saltwater aquatic animals or marine animals, they're all at Petco.
You guys see my lawnmower, Blenny?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had one of those and my pumper ate it. I had one of those. Actually, we had
crazy. Those crabs, they're aggressive.
Yeah.
Watch. See how he's sticking his hand out and poking me?
Those are cool.
Oh, nice.
See, look.
Yeah, they look real delicate, but they're,
He's poking me right now.
Those are really cool.
I don't know if you got, see, you can see it. I don't know. He keeps poking me with that one right there.
Awesome, HC.
How many saltwater tanks you got?
2.
I see you got some nice frags in there and stuff, too. Look at that.
I got some expensive ones, too.
Yeah, well, there's no other way around it with that. That's why I try to stay away from coral. I like eating dinner.
See that row right there?
Yeah.
That row is a pretty penny row.
Oh yeah.
And then this little island right here is another pretty penny island. Those are all Gonioporas.
Ooh.
Are they growing for you?
Oh yeah. Right now it's because I had the light. I turned the light back up for you guys so you guys can see like some of the colors, but I had it.
Yeah.
See, I brightened it up, but it was.
What is that on the left? What is that on the left? The really green stuff. Yeah, that.
That is
green star polyps.
Oh my God!
Oh,
it's a whole island of it.
It looks like an alien from another planet. It looks so
I know
cool.
it's all moving.
Oh my goodness! Now, what do you need? What kind of flow do you need in that tank?
I just have the flow from the over or the built-in, and then I have one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Do they like a medium flow, or they just need to just move everything around?
I'm actually still playing with the flow to get everything happy. I have a couple like that frog spawn right there. He's not 100% happy yet, so I'm still trying to get like he's happy.
That's beautiful right there.
But and the other two are happy next to him, but he's just not like what he should be. So I'm still playing around with the flow just to get everybody happy. Because then I did get him nice and happy the other day, but then this island wasn't happy, and it was only half green and the other half was purple. You know, because when you with this stuff, when you touch it, or if it's not happy, it all goes away.
They say that's the problem. I've heard some people say that is it works great for one thing, and the other one, and it's hard to find a balance between the two.
See how if it's not happy, how it'll go away?
Yeah. Wow. It's so interactive. That is amazing. Do you give it like reflow?
And I was just barely brushing my finger over the top of that, and it'll all come out. So look, it's all coming right back out now.
It is amazing.
And of course, that crab like came over and is like, "What did you just do?"
The crab doesn't eat it.
No, he cleans it. He's actually a worker for this tank. He makes sure that there's no fire or what do they call them? The fireworms.
Yep.
The bristle worms.
Yeah, those things are fucking gross.
Yeah, he eats them.
Oh. I've never had a problem with it. I've never tried coral though. My friend did, and we brought it to the shop, and the pupper ate the corals.
Yeah, see, I just jumped into it, and I got right into corals. Like, I never did saltwater before, but I wanted to do it. And then what really got me is seeing all the beautiful corals, because it's like I just recently got into planted tanks, like very heavily. Like I've been always into the big catfish, the big cichlids, where I never really could keep planted tanks. And I've really been getting into them a lot more within the last, 5 years, you know, and I've been enjoying it. And so, like, when I saw the saltwater, I was like, man, it just reminds me of a planted tank. If you get all the corals and everything, you know, because they all take care of each other, too. And you can do the same thing as you do with a planted tank, how you get everything that takes care of itself.
Do you give it up? I know my buddy used to use like reef roids or stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't use reef roids. I use the new thing. It's called AB. It's through Red Sea, and it's called AB Plus.
Cool.
I'll show you what it is right here.
Yeah,
I had to turn that off of me because my phone. I just noticed that I'm down to 3%, so I had to put it on the charger. But this is what I feed my corals.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured there had to be something.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing the saltwater? Like, when did you start that?
1 year.
Yeah, see, I could tell you got a personality like me. Like, you can't. Moderation is not a word I think we understand. I guess because that's a lot for 1 year in that tank.
Yeah, no. Yeah, when I jump into something, I jump into something.
Yeah, with no parachute, just here I go. Yeah. And then you're trying to figure out ways. Do I have time to stop today to maybe get one more piece? You know?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Hey, look, it's better than a lot of other things. It's at least it's very rewarding, a hobby to do stuff like that. It's not like we're out, you know, trying to score drugs or something. You know, it's that looks really nice though. For a year, that looks really nice because it takes a while to get the saltwater just the tank just established enough to get anything to do anything in it.
Yeah. Hey, Daniken.
Like they told me, what's up, Daniken? They told me like 6-8 months, whatever, before you can even put a Mandarin goby in there.
Yeah. Some like I was lucky because when I set up my other tank, my other saltwater tank, I got the new stuff. It's called Marine Pier. It's those bio. It's a type of bio cube. Well, these ones are actually called bio gyms, but it's through Marine Pier. And when I bought this. It's 70 gallons of bio cubes. And when I set up my first tank, saltwater tank, I threw all those in there. And then so when I set up my new tank, this one, the one that I was just showing you, I took half those bio cubes out and put it on that, and I had like instant cycled, like how we do with freshwater. I instantly cycled a saltwater tank and was able to have fish in there and corals in there right away. And I had all those cocopods and tetrapods and all those little creatures in there to where I could have put a mandarin goby in there instantly, and it was all because of those cool little gems. So I'm a fan of those.
Yeah, that works really good. I just do the live rock with the live sand. So.
Yeah, I did that as well, and then I jump started it by adding those bad boys to it, and I'm not like it was crazy. Like even the guy I worked with, he couldn't believe how quick I cycled my saltwater tank. But it's kind of like I said, I kind of cheated by using those bio cubes.
I jumped right into saltwater too. I jumped right into it. The 55 was the first one I did, and I've yet to do a big one yet. Both of my saltwater tanks, my one in the garage is a 20 high, and the one I just showed you is the 32 bio cube. Oh, those are harder to do.
Exactly. That's why I did it.
Yeah, the smaller ones. Now, if you go bigger, it's going to be easier for you.
That's why.
I have a 10, a 20 long, and a 55, and the 10 gives me the most problems. I have to constantly be on that thing.
Yeah, that was why I did it. Because I was like, well, if I'm going to get into saltwater, and if they say that the hardest is to do is a small reef tank, well, then I'm going to do a small reef tank first. Because if I can master that and keep that tank alive and running for a year plus, then when I set up, like, say, a 100-gallon Predator saltwater tank, it should be a walk in the park.
It will be, except for the mix. Now, that's the thing. You got to mix all that salt water.
Yeah, well, that's the
That's the one thing that gets on my nerves a little bit is I only mix up 5 gallons, 10 gallons at a time.
Yeah, the plus side about if I do that is part of me working at my job is I get free salt water and free RO water.
Oh, that's just of course.
Yeah. So like all my water changes and everything from my saltwater tanks are all free. It's just my time.
Yeah, nice. See, but it's already pre-mixed too, right?
Yep, and I make it. I'm the one that's making it at work.
But yeah, you make it there and then you bring it home. See, I got to sit with a big tub, and I got to pour the $12 bag of sand in there, and the salt. It's like $12.99 for 10 gallons worth of salt up here.
Yeah, it's
that's for the cheap salt.
Yeah, for like 50 gallons. At my work, we sell a bag that's for 50 gallons for $16.99.
That's a nice price. Nice. Everything's more expensive up here. It's ridiculous.
All right. Well, my internet is being a.
Yeah, I'm about to wrap this up because we've been on for like 4 hours.
Down myself.
You got it. Yo, thank you for showing us all that, though, man. That's great.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, of course, brother. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. But all right, guys, I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you to everybody in the chat. I'm gonna wrap this up because I could. Like Joe said, I could probably go all night, but I did want to. If he's gonna show me his tanks, I wanted to look at them. I can never get enough of looking at somebody else's tanks.
Yeah. All right. See y'all later.
I hate stupid people. Thank you, and thank you for your patience with me. I appreciate it. Joe, I will talk to you tomorrow. And the HC, HC, you got to jump on. You got to jump on one of these times. Next time I come on or whatever, you got to jump on too. All right, guys. I love everybody, and I'll be seeing you in your comments. I got to go catch up on your videos now. Thank you, Joe.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, brother.